Now, number four, please. Next up, center fielder number one, Lara Howie. Minnesota left fielder, number 17, Bella. Over right field, number 4, Sage. Mitchell. Pitching for tonight, number 0, Adelina. Billingsley. There's the third baseline, number 21, Kennedy. Blackburn. Then on first base, number 12, Melody. Victor. And then the catcher, number 9, Lindsay Smith. But for tonight, number 8, Anna Wilson. And just like shortstop number 10, Abby Alcott. Focus for Bruno Mills, Casey Malcolm, and head coach by Kyle Fitter. Remember, this one on goes on, usually, jam,
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Griswold, Iowa, where tonight it's a doubleheader softball matchup as the Griswold Can Tigers battle the Knights of Fremont Hill. How you doing, everybody? And welcome to our coverage of the high school softball and baseball seasons here on KSOM. It's a gorgeous day for softball. So let's, as Ernie Banks said, play two. Chris Varney here, Jack McKee alongside our video on YouTube, Restaurant Today TV, powered by Internet, technically awesome. And Jack, this is a final quarter conference game for the season for Griswold. Are on their home field, but they'll be the visitors. This first game will be a makeup game from last week.
Yeah, Chris, and two teams that have very strong offense. I'd argue two of the strongest offenses in the corner conference. We got the Griswold Can Tigers going into this game with a 367 average, and the Fremont Mills Knights coming in with a 393. Two very solid teams, and both definitely looking to make their presence known in postseason play, which is just right around the corner.
Griswold Can comes in with a record of 21-4. Fremont Mills is 15-7. Step aside for our national anthem, and we got softball right around the corner. It's Griswold and Fremont Mills coming up here on KSOM.
Make sure you're getting the best coverage for you at the most competitive rate. Hi, this is Nick Carnes with Brocker Carnes & Carnes. We are an independent insurance agency that offers coverage for your home, auto, life, farm, and everything in between. But mostly we are here to help. As an independent agency, we can shop around for the best rates and coverages from multiple companies. Stop by one of our offices or go to brockercarnes.com for a quote on your insurance. Let Brocker Carnes & Carnes help you get the best coverage at a competitive rate.
3H Customs has everything any farmer needs to be successful, and that's not an exaggeration. We offer soil sampling, crop scouting, and spraying. We also offer precision planting products, Midwest seed genetics, and nature's fertilizers. Don't forget fertilizers and anhydrous also. 3H Customs has everything the Iowa farmer needs, and we dedicate ourselves to helping each farmer be successful. For more information on how you can build that successful operation, call 249-2429 or visit 3hcustoms.com. 3H Customs, customizing your farming resources to fit your needs.
Anita Supply Center is here for you. From the big jobs to the small tasks, we're here to help. Hi, this is Kim with a reminder of our hours, so when you need our help, we're here. Anita Supply Center is open Monday through Fridays, 7 to 5, and Saturdays, 8 until noon. We're here 6 days a week for all your building, landscaping, how-to projects, repairs, and more. We offer free in-home measurements, free estimates, and can help you put your ideas together. Anita Supply Center is open 6 days a week for all your home improvement and building needs.
Here tonight, and we're about ready for softball here on KSOM. So the starting pitcher for Fremont Mills is Adeline Billingsley, an 8th grader, and here's the starting lineup that she will face, is turned in by Griswold Can head coach Jody Russell. Marissa Asplin is the shortstop, a senior. She'll lead it off. Abby Goldenhorst, second baseman, and a senior batting second. Eiley Whalert, the starting pitcher for the Tigers and a freshman hitting third. Addison Adams in center field of a senior in the cleanup spot. Courtney Fullman is the starting catcher, sophomore. She'll hit fifth. Amanda Hauser at third base of the sophomore batting sixth. Keely Kinney is the designated player, freshman in the seventh spot. Daphne Wallert at first base and a junior. She'll hit eighth. And Carson Adams in right field of the sophomore. That's ninth. And so Billingsley, the starting pitcher for the Knights, making her eighth start of the season, 12th overall appearance, a 4-3 record, and a 5.20 ERA. She does have a save. In 33 and 2/3 innings, she's allowed 48 runs, only 25 earned on 52 hits, 23 walks, 26 strikeouts, 3 hit batters, and opponents batting .301 against her. These two teams met last week in the actually finals of the Corner Conference regular season tournament, which they do in softball and baseball each year, and it was Griswold coming away victorious by a final of 11-3. Griswold, Jack, they have been unblemished so far in their conference schedule so far this year.
Yeah, definitely. And every time I go into my scorebook and write down these splits that these girls are averaging, my mouth just drops at how solid, consistent, and great this offense has been. And then when I went over to the Fremont Mills side to write down their stats, my jaw dropped just as much. I mean, especially at Lana Alley, who's averaging 662 on the season so far with 47 hits and 1 home run, 18 RBIs. She's been great, as well as the rest of this lineup.
And the first pitch of the ball game, it's a swing and a miss by Marissa Asplund, and it's 0-1. And we are underway here in Griswold. First pitch right at 5:30. They started exactly on time. The 0-1 is popped up on the infield near the second base bag. Backing up his shortstop, Abby Malcolm, and she makes the play. Asplund is retired, and there's one away here in the top of the first inning. That'll bring on Abby Gollenhorst for Griswold. Defensively behind Billingsley, Bella Gooch is in left field. Lena Ali is in center. Sage Mitchell is in right. Get to the infield momentarily. First pitch from Billingsley to Gollenhorst is low for ball one. On the infield, Kinley Blackburn at third base. Abby Malcolm making that catch it short. Reese Gooch at second base. Maddie Fichter over at first. Lindsey Smith is the catcher. It's a ground ball. That's going to find the hole on the left side of the infield into left for a base hit for Gollenhorst. As they say, that ball has eyes. As it finds the hole right between third and short. And a one-out single for Gollenhorst will bring on Eiley Wallert. Whaler. Eiley, it's a confusing first name because it starts with an A. But if you forget about the A, just go Eiley. And the first pitch, and that is lifted high and deep to left. Back to the wall. It's up against the wall. Gooch will try to get in the relay. Throws to third, not in time from Malcolm. Gollenhorst is there, and Waller is into second with a double.
Eiley Whaler with the bat, helping out her own cause already before she even gets in the circle, Chris.
Whaler with a two-base hit. She has 5 homers on the year, and darn near got home run number 6. The runner's at second and third, and they're going to bring out a runner for Whaler. Well, I have my roster here for Griswold. Cam, just a moment ago. Now I can't see the numbers, but in the past, they've used kind of the same person. So I don't know who it is right now, so we'll have to check that as we go. Addison Adams now the batter for Griswold Cam with runners at second and third. Adams has 31 runs batted in on the season. First pitch, and it rolls foul on the first base side, and it's 0-1 to Addison. So important for Fremont Mills to get through these early innings. It gives them confidence to stay in the ballgame. 0-1 now to Adams from the 8th grader Billingsley. And the pitch, a little bit of a riser, and it's a little bit outside. And the count is even at 1-1 strike. Sadie Gollenhorst is the runner at second base for Whaler. 1-1 the count to Addison Adams. And they pitch to Double-A, and that misses low and inside. 2 balls with a strike to Addison. Got a chance to interview her at the state track and field meet. There's a number of track stars for both teams playing in this game tonight. Addison, a good hurdler. The 2-1 pitch. Popped up on the right side. Comes trouble. Back it up at second base for Duke. And she makes the play in single right. And the Knights get a pop-up. The runners are not able to advance, and there's 2 outs in the first. Not an easy play for Reese Goot. She had to back up. She knew she had runners in scoring position, but she made the catch and immediately turned, and there was no chance for Gollenhorst to score. 2 Gollenhorst on the base pass. And the first pitch to Courtney Fullman is in the dirt for ball 1. We have sunshine here tonight, 83 degrees at game time. It seems like it's warmer than that. Not much of a wind at all to speak of. It is out of the northwest at about 5 miles an hour, so very light wind.
Yeah, and one of those occasions where we don't have much wind and not much precipitation. So it's the best of both worlds.
Very.
There's no wood for me to knock on.
That's true. There is not any wood except our head. 1 ball to no strikes to Courtney Fullman after a brief visit on the mound from the coach. And the riser from Billingsley is high. 2 balls to no strikes. Fullman hitting .426. She has 4 homers, 35 runs batted in. She's tied with Whaley for the team lead. You can hit in the count 2-0, and she took a big whack at it. Swung right through it. 2-1 the count for Fullman against Billingsley. Abby Gollenhorst at third. Sadie Gollenhorst at second. 2 outs in the top of the first. The 2-1 foul back to the screen, and they're even now. Griswold wearing their blue jerseys with gray pants. Black numbers outlined in white. Fremont Mills wearing white jerseys, black pants, and gold numbers on both the jersey and pants. And that one throws her inside. It just misses. Close pitch by Billingsley. The Fremont Mills fans wanted a strike. Did not get it, and the count is full to Courtney Fullman. A .426 hitter. She's got 4 dingers. And the payoff is fouled back over our heads and out of play, heading towards the concession. Did it bounce off the screen? I think it did. Concession stand is straight behind us. The high school is off on our left on the third base side. Payoff pitch popped up. Malcolm at short, racing in from left, and and she tracked that one down. The side is retired in the opening frame. For Griswold Can, they get no runs, 2 hits, and 2 left. They're a half inning. It's Griswold nothing. Fremont Mills coming to bat on KSOM.
Griswold Communications has brought fiber to the homes of Griswold, Elliott, Lewis, Lyman, and Grant. With our initial investment complete, we're planning future upgrades to continue delivering advanced services. As of July 1st, most Blue Surge internet speeds increased, with 1 gig remaining the top speed. With no price changes, wireless router and extender rates have dropped. Enjoy faster speeds, unlimited usage, member dividends, and reliable local service. Check your Griswold Communications bill or call us at 712-778-2121 for details.
What's it mean to be in good hands? It means you get an expert agent who's in it for the long haul. We'll get to know you and be there for you as your coverage needs change. I'm Craig Hummel at Hummel Insurance Services, and we work with Allstate Insurance. Let us help you choose the right amount of protection to meet your needs and see for yourself what it means to be in good hands. Call Hummel Insurance Services or stop in anytime.
Eiley Whaler, the starting pitcher for Griswold, and here's the starting lineup. She'll face is turned in by Fremont Mills head coach Kyle Fichter. Reese Goot Jr. at second base will lead it off. Lena Ali Jr. in center field will bat second. Bella Goot, left fielder. Senior will hit third. Sage Mitchell Jr., right fielder in the cleanup spot. Adeline Billingsley, the starting pitcher and 8th grader, will hit fifth. Kinley Blackburn, a junior third baseman, will bat sixth. Melody Fichter, 8th grader at first base. In the 7th spot, Lindsay Smith, junior catcher, will hit 8th. And Hannah Wilson, senior designated player, bats 9th. First pitch, maybe a tad low for ball 1 to Goot. No score, bottom of the first. Reese Goot hits from the left side, and you got to expect bunt. The corners are already in for Griswold. The 1-0, and it's high from Whaler. 2 balls with those strikes. Reese Boot hitting .429 with 11 RBIs on the season. Backing up at third a little bit is Hauser. Way in is backing Waller at first. And there's a strike out of the inside corner. And it's 2-1 now. This Fremont Mills team is fast. They're among the best in the state at stealing bases. I'm not just talking about 1A, I'm talking about state. 2-1 pitch is low by Whaler, and it's 3 balls at a strike. Just do not want to walk these top 3 hitters. And right now, Whaler has got to find a strike zone. 3-1 pitch is high inside ball 4. So Reese Boot gets a leadoff walk. And that'll bring on Lena Ali. Goot has 25 stolen bases and as many attempts. Ali has 61 stolen bases.
Oh my goodness, Chris.
And she's been caught twice. Absolutely incredible numbers there. First pitch is high, the runner goes, and the ball is way off run by Coleman. And make it number 26 for Reese Goot. And Whaler struggling to get her control early on here in this first inning. And it's 1 ball to no strikes. Ali hitting an incredible .662. He's on base more times than not. He takes one high again. 2 balls with no strikes. Elena Ali, she does have 1 homer and 18 runs batted in. So Reese Goot, the runner at second. Waller having trouble with his control. The 2-0 pitch to Ali. Is right down the middle after called strike. 2-1 to Lena Ali. Defensively behind Whaler, Joanna Reynolds in left field. Addison Adams in center. Carson Adams in right. Amanda Hauser down the line at third. Marissa Asker in the shortstop. Abby Dollenhorst at second. Daphne Waller at first. The 2-1 pitch. It's in there. Missing. Just missing. For ball 3. 3-1. Now to Ali. Courtney Foreman is the catcher for the Tigers. And Eileen Whaler is falling behind Ali. 3 balls and a strike. The hitter count and a pitch. And there's a strike at the inside corner. Ali thought it was ball 4. Looks like the low strike zone right now. And the count is full to Ali. You just got to figure out where that zone is. It could be low, it could be high, as long as they're consistent. And then the home plate umpire said, I'm going to bite my lip and I hate for the sleeping. There's the payout field. Out of that side block here. So Whaler just walked the first 2. We can't steal second unless Reese Goot takes off for third. 2 on, nobody out for Belagoot. So it's early part of the ball game. This is where Fremont Mills feels like that they can be in this game. Bella pops up the bunt, and it's going to hit the screen behind home plate. No chance for Coleman there, and it's 0-1 to Belagoot, hitting .393, a couple of home runs, and 9 RBI. She has 33 stolen bases on me.
Wow. I mean, it just never ends, huh? With this team.
No. I mean, you're talking about quick pitch, almost hitter, 1 ball and 1 strike to count to Belagoot. I was busy adding. Takes me a long time now to add these days. 119 stolen bases just among the top 3 hitters. 1-1 to count to Goot. On the pitch, there's the low strike. Right down the middle. Good pitch by Whaler. Finds the zone. 1-2 to Belagoot. No score, bottom of the first. 2 on, nobody out for the Knights.
And you can just see how aggressive these base runners are, even when they're not stealing. I mean, Reese Goot gets halfway to third by the time the pitch is over.
1-2 to Belagoot. There's a sticky call on the outside corner. Good pitch by Whaler. Throws Belagoot as it came right across the plate and settled right on the black. The edge of the home plate, and there's 1 away for Sage Mitchell. What a great pitch by Ira Whaler. Mitchell takes the first pitch, and that misses for ball one. Mitchell hitting 355. She has 22 runs batted in on the season. Whaler may be a little frustrated trying to figure out where this strike zone is. Nothing in one, the count now to Mitchell. Fremont Mills dugout is loud. That one was fouled away on the first base sign. And it's even now at 1-1 to Mitchell. I should point out that if you hear sounds of birds chirping throughout the broadcast, we have some friends that have found a nest in the fence right near us, which you didn't know about. 1-1 pitch to Mitchell. It's going to bound it. Goot hesitated. Now Ramstead with no horns. Gets a looping hit by Mitchell. Reese Goot actually stopped rounding third. And Carson Adams had to hurry after hesitating a little bit. I don't know what Reese Goot was stopping for, but it goes as an RBI hit. And the Knights draw first blood. Lena Ali at second now. And the first pitch, a riser to Billingsley, and a swing and a miss for strike one. Not hit all that hard by Mitchell, but she dumped it right in front of Carson Adams in right. Billingsley hitting 397 and 13 RBIs in the year. The 0-1 is popped up and back and out of play.
So the week before Monday, it was flies. Yesterday, it was ants. And today, it's birds.
Right.
That's interesting.
So you know how at the top of the fence they have this, like, I don't know what they call it, but whoever invented it is a millionaire. It's a yellow tube that goes on the top of fencing. The other tube gets way up high, goes back to the screen over there to Pullman, and the runners move up. Lena Ali to third, Sage Mitchell to second, one out in the bottom of the first. We're in Griswold, but Fremont is a makeup game, remember, washed out from last Monday, so Fremont knows the home team. 1-2 to count to Billingsley. The pitch from Whaler. Messi's outside. It's even at 2-2. So this is the third time we've been at Griswold this season for softball. And the last time we were here, we didn't have any problems or any issues or anything like that. And now we come to set up in the same spot. And lo and behold, in that little yellow tube is a nest of birds. 2-2 pitch is fouled back. And I'm not kidding. They have somehow found their way, or the mama found their way into that yellow tube above the chain link fence. And that bird has created a nest.
And they're almost just as vocal as that Fremont Mills dugout.
They're sitting over this on the riser, and Billingsley is out on strikes. There's 2 away in the first. Still runners at second and third. Now 2 away for Kinley Blackburn. Yeah, when we started, I was like, I hear bird. Am I hearing something? I'm in the middle of an Alfred Hitchcock movie. What? This gets the Blackburn way up high, and Fulman has to stand up to snare it. 1 ball to no strikes. Blackburn hitting 418, a couple of home runs, and 14 runs batted in. I have to break out the bug spray here because now I got flies running around my ankles. 1-0 to Blackburn. Swinging a spot foul towards the baseball field and the press box, which is halfway in between the softball field and the baseball field up the first base line. 1-1 to count to Blackburn. They got one window that goes out both ways. And that's, I think, in the upper level. They have pretty much storage in the bottom level. 1-1 and a rise really high. 2 balls and a strike to Blackburn. 1-0 Fremont Mills with the lead. Still 2 in scoring position with 2 outs in the bottom of the first. Whaler trying to get out of this mess. Now the 2-1 pitch. Swing and there's another riser. And she got pulled on it. Way underneath, and the count is even. The Whaler gets the deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. We're not in the second, though. We're in the first. Whaler ready to 2-2. Swing and pop back out of play, and Blackburn stays alive. I had to move our vehicle, but I think it's out of the line of fire. Good visibility. Yeah. Good visibility.
Definitely.
2-2 to Blackburn. in the right side of the box against Whaler. Checks her wrist, hits the pitch, and the pitch is fouled back again. And Blackburn continues to battle and making the youngsters chase after a lot of foul balls. Early start here tonight. Doubleheader. We'll have them both for you here in Griswold. Mills out for the early lead. And again, the 2-2 to Blackburn. He reached a riser high and outside. Blackburn did not offer a dot one. So the count is full. Whaler has one more pitch to waste. Try to get her to go after it. Come on, Kelly. That'll leave the runner with third. Mitchell at second. 2 outs, bottom of the first. Taylor, the payoff. Popped up again and back. Get out of play. Blackburn is trying to wear out Whaler. That one almost got caught up in the tree back there in front of the concession stand. There's one tree some landscaper decided to plant many eons ago. The count remains full, and again the payoff. Changeup popped up. Could be trouble in a shallow left, and it's a 2 double for Blackburn, and open.
Yeah, bat is never over, Chris. And with 3 fouls with 2 strikes, I mean, way to stay alive by Kinley Blackburn, enough to get that double.
An incredible at bat for Blackburn to wear down Whaler and finally bloop it right down the left field line in a perfect spot. Here's Maddie Victor, the 7th batter of the inning, and she takes her first pitch low for ball 1. Victor hitting 259, has 4 RBIs on the year. Blackburn now up to 16 ribbies on the season for the Knights. A clutch 2-out, 2-run double. A riser is high to Victor, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Taylor, I think, she's showing signs maybe of frustration. I think she's trying to ignore it. Go back to work. The 2-0 pitch. There's a strike on the inside corner. She's having a hard time getting her pitches down. She's got a couple of people to chase that riser. 2-1 the count to Victor, an 8th grader. 3 runs in for the Knights here in the bottom of the first. 2-1. Ooh, that just missed. And it's 3-1 now to Victor. Blackburn at second base with a clutch hit for Fremont Mills. Whaler's falling behind another hitter. And the 3-1. And that's low ball 4. So the third walk of the inning for Whaler. And that will bring on Lindsey Smith. And right now, head coach Jody Russell wants to talk to Whaler and calm down her freshman pitcher. This is a time again where maybe Russell sensed some frustration. Obviously, we're only in the first inning. There's a long way to go in this one, and you can't lose your cool early on. Whaler having trouble finding the strike zone, and obviously it's a low strike zone tonight, and Whaler just cannot find it for the moment.
Yeah, and I think the best pitchers will take note of that and definitely work around what they see the umpire calling as balls or calling as strikes. And I think if Ailey Whaler just remains calm, I mean, yeah, like you said, a lot of time left in this one.
Yeah, and now the umpire is going to come out and try and break up the conference and say, that's enough, young ladies. We got a long night ahead of us. They're broken out the blood spray already. It says it does not smell like bug spray. It says it's scent free. Which I don't understand. It still smells like something. What does scent free smell like? First pitch to Lindsey Smith, just outside for ball 1. Runners at first and second, 2 out, 3-0 Fremont Mills. 1-0 to Smith is batting 200. And a fastball is low and inside, and it's 2 balls to no strikes. Smith has 9 RBIs on the year. Taylor trying to regroup here in the first. The 2-0 is right down the middle for a called strike. It's 2 balls and a strike now to Smith. 8th hitter of the inning for Fremont Mill. Tough opening frame for Riley Whaler. The 2-1 answer is high, and it's 3-1 now to Smith. Griswold beat his team 11-3 this last week. Dominated the Knights. But the shoe is on the other foot so far here. For a 3-1 pitch, and missed way up. That's the 4th walk of the inning. And the bases are now loaded. And now the flies are going after my arm. So I spray the leg. Now I gotta spray the arm. Goes on my hand. No, maybe I should wear bug spray.
You don't have any bird spray in that bag, do you?
No bird spray. Here's Hannah Wilson now for Fremont Mills. 4 walks in this inning for Riley Whaler. For Griswold can, struggling to find her control. And there's a strike right down the middle to Wilson. 0-1. Wilson hitting .365. Does have 17 runs batted in. 0-1 to Wilson. Bases are loaded for the Knights. And a swing and foul back to the screen, and now Whaler is 1 strike from getting out of the inning. Impressive beginning from Fremont Mills, but they've been helped by 4 walks. Clutch 2-out, 2-run blooping double by Blackburn. The 2-strike pitch. Good. It's going to be a foul ball. Well, that could have been a bases clearing shot for Wilson. Carson Adams just playing normal right field, but that was right down the line. If that had hit the chalk line, the Knights would have had a much bigger lead. They might have doubled their lead. And now the 2-strike pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and Whaler ends up striking out the side. But the Knights score 4 runs on 2 hits, 4 walks, and they leave them loaded through the first inning. It's Fremont Mills 3, Griswold nothing here on KSOM.
I know you have a choice. Hi, I'm Mark Smith, a certified financial planner and registered investment advisor with Principal Financial Group. Today I want to say thank you, Southwest Iowa. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to serve the community for 39 years. Over the years, you've given me the opportunity to get to know you and your family. Thank you for your trust, your confidence, and most of all, your relationship. If I can help you with your financial plan, please give me a call at 712-243-2466. Mark Smith, Principal Financial in Atlantic.
We go to the top of the second inning. Amanda Hauser will lead things off. And you've got Make dead. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the second. I will bring on Keely Kinney. So a hearted ball by Hauser, but right at Blackburn. And the first pitch to Kinney is low for ball 1. Kinney getting .340 with a couple of home runs and 18 runs batted in. Fremont Mills, 3 runs in the bottom half of the first inning. The 1-0, that's popped up, foul ground, right field side, and up for the late out of play. 1-1 now to Kinney. Couple of home runs on the season for Kinney. Up and down the lineup. Big numbers for Griswold. And right now, they hammered out a couple of hits in the first inning, but couldn't get clutch hits with 2 outs. The pitch is low by Billingsley. It's 2 balls and a strike to Kinney. I know everything going the Knights' way. 2-1 pitch, and that's a ground ball. That finds its way to left. That's a base hit. Almost exactly how Abby Gollenhorst got her single. On the ground, it found the hole. And Kinney is aboard with 1 away in the top of the second. That'll bring on Daphne Whalen.
1-0 smack dab in between Malcolm and Blackburn, in between the shortstop and third base. Beautiful placement there by Keely Kinney.
Kinney has 6 stolen bases in as many attempts. Whaler pops it up, backing up at second base, and she throws the base. The ball tries to throw it in the second and thrown away. Sliding in safely is Kenny, who ran an acceptable space, and then she can get back to first or make it to second. That's an error on duty. It's not an easy play when you back up like that. Ideally, one of the outfielders should be able to come in, but you got to respect the power of Griswold hitters. And so they had a longer run. And a mistake by the Knights. A 2-on-1 out for Tyson Adams. She punts. Perfect punt on the third base side. The throw is thrown away. That is scored Kenny. Right behind you. Here comes Whaley. And the third goes to Adams. And just like that, two mistakes by the Knights, resulting 2 runs for the Tigers. It's 3-2. It'll be a sacrifice and an error. 4 RBIs for Carson Adams. But Griswold will take 2 runs, and here's Melissa Asplin now with Carson on the third. First pitch to Marissa's a lines him high for ball 1. A mistake, and Blackburn was charging it hard, and she threw it off the mark. Victor at first couldn't handle it and went all the way up the line. And it turns out to be a 2-base error, really more than that. That one is bounced away, but not that far away. And with that hit, Asplin has been awarded first base. It's either a hit by pitch or an illegal pitch. I think it might be a hit by pitch. I'm not sure what the ruling was, but Asplin might have been plunked. The ball got away. It must have deflected off of her. I think Asplin didn't know. She's on first base, and Abby Gollenhorn's now the batter. First pitch is in there for a call strike. Asplin runs to second on the stolen base and is ignored. We'll give her a stolen base anyway. So 2 in scoring position now. And the swing is popped up a mile high to second base. And he stays up in the space. And Abby Gabrielchi makes the catch. And that's the second out of the inning. So Abby Gollenhorn pops out, 2 away. And here's Hailey Whaler. 2 runs in for Griswold. Runners at second and third, and they're just going to send Hailey on to first base. They're not going to mess with it. After she doubled her last time and almost hit a home run, she is intentionally walked. That will be the first walk issued by Billingsley. So the bases are now loaded, and now here's Addison Adams.
Yeah, and
Katie Gollenhorst will run, excuse me.
I don't disagree with that decision. I mean, Isla Wheeler with a 520 average on the season so far. I mean, she had a great opportunity there, and sometimes it's just better to give them a base.
Big opportunity, though, for Addison Adams. And the senior stands in from the right side against Billingsley. Down 3-2. First pitch is low for ball 1. Adams popped the second her first time up. 384 hitter, does have a homer, 31 RBIs coming in. First game of a doubleheader. Griswold gave up 3 in the bottom of the first, but a comeback here in the second. The 1-0, and it's grounded foul on the third base side. And it's even at 1-1.
Scoreboard should say 2 outs.
One ball and 1 strike to count to Addison Adams. The Tigers have ducks on the pond. 1-1 strike two. She guessed wrong on that pitch. Did not see it well, I think. Addison now behind in the count. Billingsley trying to get out of the inning for Fremont Mills. And now the 1-2 offering. A riser is way up high by the letters. And it's even now to Addison Adams, 2-2. Well, they've had big numbers offensively. They're darn near hitting 400 as a club. And this is a time where they need a 2-out hit to take back the lead. 2-2. Max Sky into left. Shuttle underneath for the Celtics. Big, not recruited by Adeline Billingsley. But Griswold gets 2 runs on 1 hit. There were 2 errors. On the bases left loaded. We go to the bottom of the second, and it is 3-2 Fremont Mills on KSOM.
Did you know that Mexican food is considered to be healthy?
What? How do you figure?
Almost every dish has vegetables. Salsa, all vegetables. Guacamole, avocados, and corn tortillas. They're naturally gluten-free.
Okay, I get it. Tacos, lettuce and tomato. So Rancho Grande for dinner?
Race you to the car.
Add more vegetables to your diet at Rancho Grande in Atlantic, and then you can indulge in a guilt-free margarita, imported beer, or dessert. Choose a healthier option at Rancho Grande. Open 7 days a week.
Are you ready to be part of something bigger? I'm Myron Stein, president of Stein Seed Company. We're seeking exceptional individuals like you to join our team as independent sales representatives. If you're passionate about agriculture, ready to make a difference, and want unlimited earning potential, join the Stein team as an ISR. To learn more about open positions near you, contact your local Stein RSA, Darren Petty, at area code 712-249-5884.
Might be in for a slugfest here in game number one. It's 3-2 Fremont Mills as we head to the bottom of the second. Again, we're in Griswold. This first game is a makeup from last week, which was scheduled to be in Tabor. And Whaler's first pitch to Reese Scoot is in there for a 12th strike. The Knights had 9 batters face Whaler in that bottom of the first inning. So it's back to the top of the lineup and Reese Scoot, the 0-1. And there's a bunt. Back to the circle, feed it at third, play the first, and it's thrown away. Nobody sees it. Daphne Whaler doesn't see it. She got hit. She got hit by the ball on her wrist. Backing up in right field was Carson Adams, and heading to third is second, I should say, is Lee Scoot. Daphne Whaler got hit in the wrist and was immediately holding it, and so I was wondering why she wasn't going after it, but she was holding her wrist in some pain. And Carson Adams had to come all the way to back it up. So it's going to be a bunt hit for Goot. And then an error on Griswold. Charging in at third was Hauser, and the throw was off to Whaler. Now she's going to play catch with the second baseman, Gollenhorst, and looks like Whaler's going to be okay. She's going to stay in the ballgame. But she got hit by that softball on her glove hand. So runner at second, nobody out, and here's Lena Ali for Fremont Mills. Both Reese Scoot and Ali walked to start off the bottom of the first inning. Ali takes a pitch, it squirts between the legs of Coleman, and down to third goes Goose. So 1 ball to no strikes to Ali. This is what Fremont Mills does. They like to get ahead, and then they like the top of the lineup to play the small ball game. The 1-0 punt foul by Ali, and it's even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Sometimes it's hard for pitchers to throw pitches when they're facing batters who are bunting. Because you know they're going to bunt, and so you try to lay it in there and try to disrupt their timing. Very difficult to do. 1-1. Pop up on the bunt, back to the screen, and it's 1-2. You see what Ali decides to do here, now with 2 strikes. That's the key always, is to try to disrupt their timing. You have to still be able to throw strikes. But with the low strike zone, I almost take the riser out of play here. For Whaler. The 1-2. It's away. She just poured through that pitch right back up the middle. That'll bring on Delicate. Della struck out looking and takes a strike at the inside corner. The runner goes. The throw is not in time. A good slide by Lena Ali, number 62 on the year.
Yeah, it's hard to beat that speed. Even if you're a great catcher like Courtney Fremont, it could be a perfect pop, perfect throw, and it's still going to be close.
No balls and one strike to count to Belagoot. Ali could likely just try to steal third. Doesn't, and there's a strike. And it's up at 2 now to Belagoot. Again, all of this activity on the base pass could totally rattle the pitcher. You're just not in your normal sense of things. You're not used to having runners on base and having to worry about that. The 2-strike pitch. The Ranger is way high, and Belagoot will offer 1-2 the count to Goot. He struck out looking from the first baseman. It actually struck out the side in that first inning. But she also walked through it. She gives up a bunt hit. RBI single here. 1-2. Late. Strike 3. Strikeout number 4. Whaler, she's a strikeout pitcher. I don't think I gave the numbers on Whaler, as a matter of fact. Things got so crazy in the bottom of the first inning. Here's Sage Mitchell now with Ali on at second. And the first pitch, it's grounded to short. Sneaked by Ashwood. Goes to first in time. It's counting time, and the lead slides in on a cloud of dust.
I had a rising suspicion that she'd be able to do that as I saw the grounder go to shortstop. And yeah, it happened. I mean, Goot, with that speed, it's hard to beat.
Ali is 60 feet away at third. Mitchell retired 2 away for Adeline Billingsley. Whaler now making her 15th start of the year, 18-20 appearance, 11-3 record, 2.33 ERA. So, shallow right towards the line. Here's the over at Simpic is Colin Horst, and she makes the catch, and that will retire the side. For Fremont Mills, 1 run, 2 hits, an error, 1 left. We go to the third. It's 4-2 Fremont Mills here on KSOM.
Are you ready to be part of something bigger?
Cass Health in Atlantic, Iowa is a nationally recognized hospital, and we are proud of the awards and all of our recent accomplishments. But do you know what drives us to be the very best? You. We're passionate about helping our patients heal and feel their very best at any age and any stage of life. Cass Health. Neighbors caring for neighbors.
Newman Body Shop in Lyman is your only stop for total auto body repair. Newman handles everything from glass replacement, paint and wheel alignment, to complete auto restoration. For information on all the services Newman Body Shop offers, give them a call at 712-778-4428 or stop by Newman Body Shop on Tucson Road in Lyman. Newman Body Shop is a proud supporter of Griswold Tiger Sports.
And Jack, I need you to take over here for me. I'm going to have to do the connection.
Strike 1 to Courtney Fullman from Adeline Billingsley, the 8th grader that's in the circle to start off the game for the Fremont Mills Knights. Courtney Fullman popped out to left in her first encounter. Low for ball 1 as it's evened up at 1-1. Courtney Fullman, a catcher, .426 average on the season so far. A girl I had the privilege of talking to earlier in the season. She has high hopes for this Griswold Cam squad. And a liner in the left field. It'll be Bella Boots with the privileges in left. It'll be in there for a single for Courtney Fullman.
You just keep going with it. I'm good now. I fixed my issue. I don't know what happened there, but I'm good now. But you just keep rolling right along.
So a liner to first base, as we'll see a pinch runner go in for the catcher Courtney Fullman. Looks like
ponytails are enemies of broadcasting.
Even the binoculars won't help. I think it's number 3. Crystal Wyman will go on a pitch run for Courtney Fullman at first.
They're a good fashion statement, but broadcasters don't like ponytails because they interfere with numbers.
The soft bleeper is caught by the second baseman and thrown back. It'll be an out. The first out at first, and Crystal Wyman is caught in the base paths. So a double play was caught by Rescoot over at second. It was a very soft little blooper straight to her mitt and thrown over to first to Melody Fichter for the double play.
Yeah, there's nothing that Wyman could have done. You just can't do anything with that one.
So to Keely Kinney now as she looks at ball one. Adeline Billingsley, an 8th grader who has a 5.2 ERA on the season so far, 33 and 2/3 innings pitched so far in the season. She'll definitely be needed as postseason comes around the corner. The 1-0 pitch is in there for strike one as Keely Kinney looks at it. Keely Kinney DHing for Joanna Reynolds, who's playing in left field in this one. The 1-1 pops up behind the backstop. It'll be out of play. It'll be 1-2 now for Kinney. Adeline Billingsley has allowed 48 runs, 25 of them earned on the season, 26 strikeouts, and she's had 4 so far in this one, so it'll be 30 now. The 1-2 pitch is over the glove of the catcher, Lindsey Smith, and it'll be evened up at 2-2.
You had runners on base every half inning so far, although Billingsley can get out of this kind of a sort of 1-2-3.
2-2 pitch. It's going to be a fly ball in the shallow center field. It'll be the shortstop with the duties, Abby Malcolm, with the putout. And that'll retire the side. So not much going here for Clifford Pam in the top of the third. Had a single from Courtney Fullman, and then that double play by Reese Cute. We go to the bottom of third on KSOM right after this.
Who can you trust to treat you fair and get you back on the road? J.D. Wyman Service on Main Street in Griswold. Big repairs or general maintenance. Trust J.D. Wyman Service to get you on the road fairly. You're a certified auto do-it-yourselfer. You like the smell of grease, and that's why when it comes to parts, you buy them at Wyman's CarQuest on Main Street in Griswold. Because you care about what you put in your vehicles. Trust the tires, parts, and tools from Wyman's CarQuest in Griswold.
Messina Telephone Company understands that your internet connection should be available when you need it. Some internet providers cut corners by limiting your bandwidth during peak hours. Messina Telephone's policy is to have bandwidth in reserve to prevent network congestion. Gaming and streaming video just works better with Messina Telephone. Fast, reliable home internet service. Call 712-779-2227 today or go to messinatelephone.com. Messina Telephone.
So we go to the bottom of the third. The Fremont Mills Knights will take the bats, and ball one will go to Kinley Blackburn, the third baseman. Holly Wheeler in the circle for the Griswold Cam Tigers, who's been the Griswold Cam Tigers ace late in this season. And she's had struggles with this Fremont Mills Knights as the score is 4-2 here in Griswold. We've got doubleheader action here. Fremont Mills Knights is the home team in this one, and in the next one, they'll be the away team. So Blackburn takes ball two. And the 2-0 pitch. Going to be high. She takes it for ball three. Kinley Blackburn with a .418 average on the season, has a couple of dingers and 14 RBIs. Holly Wheeler with a 2.3 ERA on the season. A very, very strong pitcher. 3-0 pitch. He passed Courtney Fullman onto the backstop for an easy ball four as Kinley Blackburn jogs to first.
Missed that one by a mile, and again, Whaler just had troubles with her control, and has to need something, I think, with her release point. I mean, you think about the dynamics for a pitcher, it's just sort of like a golf swing.
Melody Fichter takes ball one as Courtney Fullman runs out past the plate to check on Blackburn.
I think she was frustrated by the strike zone on the first inning. She regrouped a little bit in the second, but she's got to find a way to keep the Knights off the scoreboard.
The 1-0 pitch. It's going to be in there for strike one. Courtney Fullman throws down to second and way late. Blackburn slides in safely to second base.
For 20th steal of the year. I mean, just the top three, we both had over 110 steals, but the bottom part of the lineup, they can steal too.
Yeah, and they like to keep it fast. I wonder how much sprinting they're doing in practice.
Sprinted don't spring long. A lot of them are track stars.
1-1 pitch. She shows bunt, but pulls it back right at the last second for strike two. A 1-2 count now for Melody Fichter with Blackburn on second. Melody Fichter, 259 average on the season. She's playing at first in this one. 14 hits, 4 RBIs. The 1-2 pitch. In there for strike two, or strike three. Melody Fichter is frozen by Eiley Whalert. And that'll be out number one now for Eiley Whalert. I mean, despite having a lot of runners on, she's had her strikeouts. I think that's her fifth so far in this one.
It is, indeed. And she's got 5 walks, 5 strikeouts.
High ball for Lindsey Smith, the catcher, as Blackburn remains on for second.
She needs to find her control. I mean, it's been sporadic, but she needs to just throw it in there and let them hit it. I mean, trust her defense.
On a pitch swing and a miss by Lindsey Smith. 200 average on the season.
And that was the perfect pitch. I mean, he blew it right by her. He didn't think, he threw it. And it wasn't, Smith could nowhere catch up there.
The 1-1 pitch, another swing and a miss by Lindsey Smith. Eiley Whalert starting to show some signs of resurgence.
And you can get yourself confidence against the bottom part of the lineup, and then you got to execute the same pitches to the top part, too.
The 1-2 pitch to Smith. And high and outside for ball 2. Very good take there. Blackburn still on second here in Griswold. 4-2 your score. The Fremont Mills Knights lead in the first game of this doubleheader. 1-2 pitch is a swing and a miss by Lindsey Smith. Sent down to the dugout on strikes. The 6th strikeout for Eiley Whalert. So 2 outs now in the bottom of the third.
He's now recorded 8 outs, 6 of them by strikeout. The other 2 outs are grounded short on a pop-out.
So now it'll be Hannah Wilson. Swing and a miss for strike number 1 as the runner goes to third. Blackburn in there safely.
Well, Fremont Mills not afraid to run. Technically, you don't steal third with 2 outs. You don't like to make the third out at third base, but Blackburn got in there pretty easily.
And when you have that speed, what can go wrong? Yo one is a soft grounder to second base, and it'll be just in time for out number 3. So Goldenhurst fields it and throws it over to first for a routine out, and that'll retire the side. So nothing going here for Fremont Mills Knights. They leave 1 stranded and 2 strikeouts for Eiley Whalert. We'll be back in 60 seconds on KSOM right after this.
Make sure you're getting the best coverage for you at the most competitive rate. Hi, this is Nick Carnes with Brocker Carnes & Carnes. We are an independent insurance agency that offers coverage for your home, auto, life, farm, and everything in between. But mostly we are here to help. As an independent agency, we can shop around for the best rates and coverages from multiple companies. Stop by one of our offices or go to brockercarnes.com for a quote on your insurance. Let Brocker Carnes & Carnes help you get the best coverage at a competitive rate.
3H Customs has everything any farmer needs to be successful, and that's not an exaggeration. We offer soil sampling, crop scouting, and spraying. We also offer precision planting products, Midwest seed genetics, and nature's fertilizers. Don't forget fertilizers and anhydrous also. 3H Customs has everything the Iowa farmer needs, and we dedicate ourselves to helping each farmer be successful. For more information on how you can build that successful operation, call 249-2429 or visit 3hcustoms.com. 3H Customs, customizing your farming resources to fit your needs.
Back here to KSOM 96.5 here on a beautiful Tuesday night, also streaming live on youtube.com and Western Iowa Today. And here with your play-by-play, it's Chris Varney.
All right, thank you, Jack. After Waller will lead things off for Griswold, trailing by 2. And the first pitch from Edelman Billingsley is high for ball 1. Whalert reached on an error and later scored a run on a throwing error on a bunt in the second inning. Fremont Mills led from the get-go. Wainwright Whalert and Poncher up the middle. Ranging at second is true. Whalert. For the 4th. A reminder, this is a makeup game from last Monday, which was scheduled in Tabor.
Good job, Adam.
Griswold is visited. There's Carson Adams now for the Tigers. Sun is bright. Looking forward to sunset, but we're still a couple hours away from that. There's not a cloud to block it. to Adams is a riser high. Adams laid down that bunt with 2 on and 1 out in the second inning, and the ball was thrown away by Blackburn and Terry, and that allowed 2 runs to score. 1 out. There's a little looper right over the mound, right over the middle of shortstop Malcolm, and gloving it was Ringscoot at second to prevent it from going into the outfield, but it'll be a looping hit for Carson Adams.
Yeah, and that's a great habit to get into as a second baseman, to back up that shortstop on soft bloopers like that. It didn't mean much in the long run, but I mean, that's just a great habit to get into.
She almost got it to second base before the shortstop Malcolm did. She was so fast. Here's Asplin now, and a swing and a miss to strike 1. Carson Adams does have 18 stolen bases. He leads the Tigers on the year. They're not as a threat to steal as Fremont Mills is. They don't use it as much, but they do use it. Asplin from the left side, and one of the team seniors. They'll run. Runner goes. The pitch is low. The throw is not in time. The cloud of dust is Carson Adams. He reaches second for her 19th swipe of the year. Those birds are still chirping. I think maybe they're Tiger fans. They're not fans of Tigers, but they're just Tiger fans. 1-1 is popped up on the infield, halfway between home and first. When the pitch of Billingsley comes over, she calls for it and makes the catch, and there's 2 gone on the 4th. I guess we told you early on, that yellow tubing at the top of the chain link fence, right here between the backstop and the space dugout. Apparently, there is a nest of birds that is in this yellow tube. It's weird. Abby Gollenhorst, swing and hit to strike 1. 4-2 Fremont Mills with a lead. Runner at second and 2 out here in the top of the 4th. Gollenhorst is 1 for 2. She is singled and popped up. Billings laid the 8th grader.
Nice.
Put in 2 to Abby Gollenhorst for Griswold. Billingsley 1 strike away from getting out of this little mini threat. That's right back up the middle. That's a base hit. Charging up center is Alley. Rounding third. Coming for home is Adam. And she'll start a throw. And it's a 2-out RBI hit by Abby Gollenhorst. And the lead is cut to 1 for 3 Knights. Well, that was just a hard hit after she couldn't catch up to those first 2 pitches. And a big 2-out single by Gollenhorst, her 16th RBI of the season. On the first pitch to Eiley Whaler is low for ball 1. Now there's nowhere to put Whaler. Now you got to pitch to her unless you want to put 2 on with 2 out. I think at some point you have to throw to her. They walked her intentionally the last time. The riser is high, and they're trying to get her to chase, and she's not operating. 2 balls and no strikes. At this point, maybe you just put her on. Two-0 pitch is again hot. And it's 3 balls and no strikes.
Nice.
There's just right down the middle. 3-1 to Whaler, who got a double in the first inning. She hit it all the way to the wall and left. Ryan's way high. Kind of an unintentional walk, or whatever you want to call it. But 2 walks for Billingsley, both to Whaler. And they'll run with Sadie Gollenhorst. And that'll bring on Addison Adams. Double A is 0 for 2. She has popped up and flied to left. 4-3 Griswold trailing by 1. First pitch is high, ball 1. And Billingsley suddenly cannot find his own, but she was pitching around Whaley. Did not want to go into her wheelhouse. And now Adams looking for a big 2-out lightning hit. The 1-0 back out of play. And it's even on a ball at a strike. Addison Adams hit a 384 hitter. Griswold got 2 in the second, 1 in the top of the fourth. They are creeping back in the game. It's still close. Still anybody's game. The 1-1 from Billingsley. Swing and a chopper foul. And it's now 1-2. Addison Adams from the right side. Another senior on this team. Marissa Asplin. Out of the heart of this team, along with some good young talent. First year that Griswold and Cam are together. 1-2 pitches in the dirt. Good blocks by the catcher Smith. This will be a 2-year agreement between Griswold and Cam, so we'll play again next year and reevaluate the situation. Cam did not have enough players to field their own team, so they looked for a partner. And Griswold, they had enough, but barely enough. The 2-2 is a riser high, and the count is full. And so Griswold said, yeah, we'll take your players. They did have to move up in class, so they are 2A. Runnels will be moving as soon as the pitch is thrown with 2 outs and the payoff pitch. Playing a foul back towards the concession stand, and we'll do it again.
Hey, this is interesting.
I think it's been a successful agreement between the two, as they have their 5th straight winning season of 20 wins or more, at least from a Griswold perspective. Again, the payoff pitch to Adams. Play on and back out to the screen. And Adams hanging in there against Billingsley. Gollenhorst, the runner at second. Whalert over at first. Or check that, Gollenhorst. Sadie Gollenhorst at first. 2 outs. And again, the payoff pitch to Adams. Swing, and there's a drive and deep to left. Going back to the wall. It is the sent. A run, home run over the wall and left. Her second of the year. And just like that, Griswold takes a 6-4 lead. She just battled and battled, fouled off several pitches. We saw that from some of the Fremont Mills hitters earlier in the game. And Addison Adams just made Billingsley pay and drove one over the wall and left.
Yeah, and a perfect at-bat in my opinion. Nothing wrong with that. When you can get a 2-run shot to left center and tattoo a ball like that, along with getting 10 pitches out of that pitcher, you've done your job well.
So a 3-hit inning so far for Griswold, plus a walk. That was a pitch around on Whalert. And so still 2 away. And here's Courtney Coleman now with the bases empty. Griswold jumps up by 2 here on the top of the 4th. First pitch to Coleman is in the dirt for ball 1. Addison Adams just kept fouling on pitches. I think she had about like 3 or 4 fouls at least 3 and perhaps 4 if I recall. It was so long ago. 2 balls for those strikes to Coleman. Just incredible power throughout this lineup. Adams, who was 0 for 2, drives one over the wall. Now the 2-0 to Coleman. Riser is in there for a called strike. Risers we haven't seen called, but Billingsley found the zone that time. 2-1 the count to Coleman. He's 1 for 2. Into their last time up and fly to left. The 2-1. That's popped up on the infield. Billingsley just inside, coming to the first base line from the circle, will make the catch and that retires the side. But the damage done on a 3-run stinger by Addison Adams. 4 runs, 3 hits, a walk, nobody left. We go to the bottom of the 4th, 6-4 Griswold. They're in Kansas.
Anita Supply Center is here for you. From the big jobs to the small tasks, we're here to help. Hi, this is Kim with a reminder of our hours, so when you need our help, we're here. Anita Supply Center is open Monday through Fridays, 7 to 5, and Saturdays, 8 until noon. We're here 6 days a week for all your building, landscaping, how-to projects, repairs, and more. We offer free in-home measurements, free estimates, and can help you put your ideas together. Anita Supply Center is open 6 days a week for all your home improvement and building needs.
Griswold Communications has brought fiber to the homes of Griswold, Elliott, Lewis, Lyman, and Grant. With our initial investment complete, we're planning future upgrades to continue delivering advanced services. As of July 1st, most Blue Surge internet speeds increased, with 1 gig remaining the top speed. With no price changes, wireless router and extender rates have dropped. Enjoy faster speeds, unlimited usage, member dividends, and reliable local service. Check your Griswold Communications bill or call us at 712-778-2121 for details.
Riley Whaler trailing early on in this ball game, now gifted a 4-run inning by the Tigers. And they take a 2-run lead as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. It'll be the top of the order for Fremont Knowles, who have done damage. Scoot has reached base twice and scored twice for the Knights and steps in on the left side. And the corners immediately come in. First pitch to Goot and missing for ball 1. Goot or Walker first time, then a bunt hit for second time up for the Knights. Griswold has not been able to contain these runners. The 0-1 popped up on the bunt, going back and just missed it. What a great effort by Courtney Coleman. Got a smile on her face, and she almost made a spectacular catch.
Yeah, almost. And a valiant effort, nonetheless. Courtney Foreman, you get an E for effort.
Unbelievable effort. I mean, she goes. We'll see catchers die that much. The 1-1 pitch. And there's the strike called, and it's now 1-2.
She got it.
Now the 1-2 offering from Whaler. That's for strike 3. Whaler comes back her 7th strikeout. And there's one away here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And that'll bring on Lena Ali. Ali has reached base twice. Walked and scored. RBI single. And left stranded at third. And she bunts foul on the third base side, and it's 0-1. Talking with Jody Russell, she mentioned that the defense has been practicing about fielding these bunts. You know, I've seen some teams. You know, when I was on the eastern side of the state in my time in Grinnell, I saw a lot of teams not a lot of teams, but several teams that played the bunting style. That one fouled away by Ali. She swings away, and it's 0-2. Linville Sully, for a long time, made it to the state tournament in 1A. And their coach was Stacy Alberts. And now her husband is the baseball coach. They're ranked in 1A. And she's helping him out, Scott Albert. And they played the bunting running style. The 0-2 pitch is high. 1-2 to Ali. There's just not a lot of teams that are doing that bunting. They bunt, they run, you look for extra bases, you steal it. Those teams are going for the wrong ball or just playing straight up. 1-2 is a rising high by Whaler. It's even 2 balls from 2 strikes.
It's definitely a valid way to play the game, Chris. I mean, especially when you have a handful of runners, track runners like Fremont Mills. I mean, you kind of expect them to run short.
The 2-2 pitch. That not is fine much. Maybe a tad inside. The count is full to Ali. I think Ali was fooled by that pitch. Whaler caught her off guard. The count full to Lena Ali. 6-4. Griswold with the lead. Here's the payoff pitch. She's going to for strike 3. Strikeout number 3. Whaler.
Reset.
And there's two away. That'll bring on Belagoot. No, they're not making contact. When they do make contact, it's usually a fair ball and it's usually a hit. There's pitch in there for a caught strike at the knees to Goot. He struck out twice. Most of the outs recorded by Whalert have been strikeouts. And to say that early on in the game she was having trouble with her control. I mean, she has walked 5. The other one is a bunt. First base on, but it's foul. After Whalert charging it, gets it back to her sister. Right now, the running game has been negated in this 4th inning thanks to Whalert finding better control. 0-2 the count to Belagoot. There's like 3 called on the outside corner. 9th strikeout, and again, Whalert strikes out the sign for the 2nd time tonight. And for the first time, the Knights have been retired in order. 3 up, 3 down through 4 innings. It's Griswold 6, 9-4 here on KSOM.
What's it mean to be in good hands? It means you get an expert agent who's in it for the long haul. We'll get to know you and be there for you as your coverage needs change. I'm Craig Hummel at Hummel Insurance Services, and we work with Allstate Insurance. Let us help you choose the right amount of protection to meet your needs and see for yourself what it means to be in good hands. Call Hummel Insurance Services or stop in anytime.
All right, so we go to the 5th. And it is 6-4. Griswold Cam over Fremont Mills. Amanda Hauser will lead things off for the Tigers. Swings at the first pitch for the pop-up. And the mountain of short gets the ball. She was going back towards second, and Reescoot was sprinting again in from second, and I think they collided, and Malcolm might have got some contact from Goot, and that might have jarred the ball loose. Reescoot was coming in so fast, she could not stop. And now Malcolm, well, she's being helped off the field, but now she stopped her teammates and said, I may be okay here. She's trying to shake things off. It's going to be an error. But, well, now she's coming off the field.
Let's go, Keely. Nice line drive, kid.
So a little bit of the cobwebs there for Goot, or excuse me, for Malcolm. Sage Mitchell is the designated player, and she's going to, I think, coming into the ball game now for Fremont Hill. Well, again, Reese Goot was just sprinting in, Jack, and she's got to get out of the way and let Malcolm have her space.
Yeah, not an easy play to make either way. And obviously, Good is in the best of our wishes, and she was kind of walking slowly back after kind of being helped halfway by her teammates, and not too much limp, but she's in the best of our wishes, and maybe she can make a return.
Knocked her out of the ball game, and now into the bat. Runner at first is Hauser. Billings lead the 8th grader. The first pitch to Hauser in there for a called strike. So Mitchell comes into the ball game, and she is at short now.
Yeah, and it looks like Wilson, the DH, isn't right.
Swing and a hard ground ball to short. Mitchell fields it, goes to second for and is thrown away. Never, no error there. Assumed the double play, but a nice job by Mitchell. Good job. Mitchell comes in from right field to play shortstop for Malcolm. And she makes a nice play. It's an early chance there. Kenny reaches on the fielder's choice. And Goot almost made an incredible turn. Very hard to get double place in softball. One away. First pitch to Daphne is grounded foul on the third base side. 0-1.
Load sooner, 1-5, load sooner. Here we go.
Wilson now on right. I'm saying that more for myself than anything else. The 0-1 pitch, and that's a looper to second over the head. And then they double Kenny at first base, and Goot makes the play. Kenny is running, and Goot fired it to first, and a double play, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, and error, and nobody left. We go to the bottom of the fifth. It's still 6-4 Griswold here on KSOM.
When it comes to your investments, I know you have a choice. Hi, I'm Mark Smith, a certified financial planner and registered investment advisor with Principal Financial Group. Today, I want to say thank you, Southwest Iowa. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to serve the community for 39 years. Over the years, you've given me the opportunity to get to know you and your family. Thank you for your trust, your confidence, and most of all, your relationship. If I can help you with your financial plan, please give me a call at 712-243-2466. Mark Smith, Principal Financial in Atlantic.
Did you know that Mexican food is considered to be healthy?
What? How do you figure?
Almost every dish has vegetables. Salsa, all vegetables. Guacamole, avocados, and corn tortillas. They're naturally gluten-free.
Okay, I get it. Tacos, lettuce and tomato. So Rancho Grande for dinner?
Race you to the car.
Add more vegetables to your diet at Rancho Grande in Atlantic, and then you can indulge in a guilt-free margarita, imported beer, or dessert. Choose a healthier option at Rancho Grande. Open 7 days a week.
First pitch to Sage Mitchell is low and goes all the way back to the screen. 1-2 strikes to Mitchell, who is 1 for 2. 6-4. Griswold with the lead. We're in the bottom of the fifth inning. And that one's popped right back to Eiley Wheeler, who doesn't even have to move. Says, thank you very much. I'll take that little pop from Mitchell. And just like that, one away here in the fifth.
Eiley Wheeler having a second win here pretty late into this one, Chris, and she's been doing great in these last 2 innings.
Well, I mean, she has 9 strikeouts. And she has been unhittable at times. She's not allowed a hit since the second. Here's Billingsley now. First pitch is way high for ball 1. The problem in the first was the walks. She couldn't settle into the game. A visit to the mound, that didn't help much. Wheeler has had to fight and scratch. 1-0 pitch and a riser high. 2-2 strikes to Billingsley, who was 0 for 2. She has struck out and popped the second. And the 2-0. Took something off of that one, and that's a strike. After the east, 2-1 now to Billingsley. 397 hitter. Matter of fact, since Ali reached on an RBI single in the second, only 1 base runner allowed by Wheeler. 2-1 pitch, and that popped back out of play. It's even at 2-2. 6-4, Griswold with the edge on the Knights. 2-2 pitch, and that's trickled right back to the circle. Wheeler picks it up, fires to first. Billingsley retired, and Wheeler doing it all now. 2 gone in the fifth, and that'll bring on Blackburn. She has definitely gotten stronger as the night's gone on. Sadie Dollinors slated to pitch the second game of the doubleheader for Griswold. Blackburn has reached base twice. First pitch, a riser high for ball 1. A 2-out looping double to left. Scored 2 runs in the first. She walked in the third. The last batter to reach base in Fremont Mill. A 1-0. Sadison Adams with a 2-out double. It's her second double of the night for Kinley Blackburn. It would be her 7th double of the season. She has 4 triples, 2 homers, partridge, and a pair tree. Kinley Blackburn is aboard, and Melody Victor down the batter. And the first pitch is fouled right to the mitt of Coleman and bounces away, and it's 0-1. Little foul tip by Victor, who walked in the first, struck out looking in the third. Waller just trying to shake off the double, get back to work against Victor in the bottom part of the lineup, number 7 hitter. The 0-1, and he's buckled there. That's on the inside corner for a called strike 2. Up it into the count to Melody Victor, a 259 hitter. 6-4, Griswold with the edge. Fremont Mills trying to, suddenly you lead most of the game. Now you got to rally. It's very hard. The pitch is way high, flips onto the middle. Coleman taking third is Blackburn on the pass ball. 3 runs in the first inning for Fremont Mills. 2 in the second for Griswold. 1 more for the Knights. They led 4-2. And suddenly in the bottom of the fourth, this game turned on a dime. The 1-2. Carson Adams looked crazy at first, but no play. Blackburn scores, and it's now 6-5. Victor gets their 5th RBI of the year, and it's a 2-out rally for the Knights here in the bottom of the 5th. They creep a little closer.
It was a hot shot in between Whalert and Gollinghurst, in between first and second base. Really nice contact there.
Ball at eyes as well. First pitch to Smith in there for a called strike. Lindsey Smith is 0 for 1. She has walked and struck out. Speed has been cut to 1. The 0-1 is same direction, strike 2. 9 strikeout, but so far Wheeler hasn't struck anybody out. He's under 5th. What's wrong with her? 1-1 to count to Smith. Hit is popped up, foul ground, left field side, and foul out of play. Yes, it's foul. I said it twice. Come on. Right into the zone, too. Next zone is I need a foul. Like a white puppy foul, not a gray one.
I don't think you'll get one. There's not one in sight, Chris.
No. 1-2. The pitch, an off-speed change is outside. It's even now at 2-2. Nowhere in sight. Nothing but the corn and highways out beyond the outfield fence. The 2-2 pitch. Off-speed misses away by Wheeler, and the count is full to Smith. Victor will be running on this one. And the bottom of the 5th. Doubleheader on the both. Count full to Lindsey Smith. And here's the payoff from Wheeler. Right to high, ball there. 6th walk of the game. Twice to the 8 hitter, a 200 batter. He's batting right at the Mendoza line. Poor Mario Mendoza. He'll be known forever as the man who hit 200. That's what the Mendoza line is. Oftentimes, when you hit 200, you want to hit above 200. Mario Mendoza played for the Pittsburgh Pirates, the Avalanche, Texas Rangers. First pitch in there for a strike to Hannah Wilson. He wasn't a very good hitter, but he played good defense, and he was a serviceable major leaguer. The 0-1 swing and a miss, strike 3. That's not going to to Wilson, who's 0 for 2. She has struck out and bounced to second. Griswold trying to protect a 1-run lead. Near the bottom of the 5th. 2 on, 2 out. The 0-2. Risers and 84 and fouls it back to the screen on the bouncer. Oh, I guess there's an advantage of being known. He's not a career 200 hitter, but his career batting average is 215. But for whatever reason, he's known for the man who hit 200s. He hit 198 twice in his career. Whaler did the cleanly broke it first. In time, and that will retire the side. Knights do get 1 run on 2 hits. There was a walk and 2 left aboard through 5. It's now Griswold 6, Fremont Mills 5 here on KSOM.
Got a leak? A clog? Or maybe it's time for a brand new bathroom. Furnace or AC needs some attention? Or are you interested in floor heating? Call Fikes Plumbing and Services. Your trusted local experts in so many areas is now serving the Greenfield and Atlantic areas. From quick fixes to major renovations, Fikes Plumbing and Services has you covered with fast, friendly, and reliable service. With 30 years of service, Fikes licensed professionals tackle every job with care, ensuring your home stays comfortable and safe. Don't wait. Call Fikes Plumbing and Services today for your HVAC, plumbing, sewer, and septic needs.
Are you ready to be part of something bigger? I'm Myron Stein, president of Stein Seed Company. We're seeking exceptional individuals like you to join our team as independent sales representatives. If you're passionate about agriculture, ready to make a difference, and want unlimited earning potential, join the Stein team as an ISR. To learn more about open positions near you, contact your local Stein RSA, Darren Petty, at area code 712-249-5884.
All right, so we go to the 6. 6-5, the lead for Griswold. Carson Adams will lead things off for the Tigers. And the first pitch from Billingsley is high for ball 1. Adams, a sacrifice and reached on an error. Also reached on an infield single, scored a run. Stole a base as well. He's reached base twice in the 9th spot of the lineup. She's 404 hitting it. She wants to get in the left for a base hit. A hard hit ball by Carson Adams. That is for the Tigers.
Hands in with it, 9
Hands in
hands in.
Leadoff single will bring on Marissa Asplin. Asplin is 0 for 2. She was hit by a pitch standing from the left side. Tigers gave up a run on the bottom of the fifth trying to get it back. First pitch is high to the senior. 1 ball, no strikes to Asplin. It was popped out twice, then hit by a pitch, has a stolen base. A 429 hitter. And her sister plays softball for Simpson College. The 1-0 is a bunt. Third base side. Blackburn charges. Good play. Throws to third. The sacrifice is successful there. Carson Adams moves to second. 1 away. No wild throw that time by Blackburn. It was right on the money.
Now batting Katie Carter. Second base limit. Number 7.
And that'll bring on Abby Gollenhorst. And the first pitch is foul back to the screen, and it's 0-1.
First spot, Sam. Let's go.
That's popped up. Third base side, and the catcher's spirit will range over and make the play for out number 2. It's Gollenhorst pops it up on the third base side, pretty much right up in front of the plate. 2 outs now, and here is Whaler with Carson Adams at second base. First base is open here. What are they going to do with Whaler this time? Pitch to it. First pitch, it's low for ball 1. Whaler to double to the wall and left in the first. Intentionally walked in the second, walked in the fourth, and a courtesy runner scored. The 1-0. And that one roll again. So, yes, when she pitched to her the last time, he was throwing it high. Whaler says, nah, I'm not going. And now she's trying to turn her into a golfer, and that's not working either. The 2-0, and there's the strike in the low part of the zone. Finally found his strike zone, and it's 2-1. 6-5, Griswold with the lead. Trying to add to it, but there's 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Swing by Whaler, and that is Sky, deep to center. Going back, and she nearly had it in the first, nearly had it there, but Ali able to haul it in. Leadoff single by Adams. He's left stranded at second. No runs, one hit, one left. Bottom of the sixth we go. 6-5 Great Club. Chance win.
Cass Health in Atlantic, Iowa is a nationally recognized hospital, and we are proud of the awards and all of our recent accomplishments. But do you know what drives us to be the very best? You. We're passionate about helping our patients heal and feel their very best at any age and any stage of life. Cass Health, neighbors caring for neighbors.
Newman Body Shop in Lyman is your only stop for total auto body repair. Newman handles everything from glass replacement, paint and wheel alignment, to complete auto restoration. For information on all the services Newman Body Shop offers, give them a call at 712-778-4428 or stop by Newman Body Shop on Tucson Road in Lyman. Newman Body Shop is a proud supporter of Griswold Tiger Sports.
Drinking a nice warm Gatorade. Reese Scoot will lead things off for Fremont Mills in the bottom of the sixth inning. 6-5, Griswold with the lead. Here's a bunt, and it's going to be in the batter's box, foul. Strike one to Goot. Right now, Fremont Mills, 5 runs on 6 hits. They've committed 3 errors. Griswold has 6 runs on 7, 8. Make that 8 hits. They've committed 1 error. The 0-1 is low. 1-1 to Reese Goot, who is 1 for 2 with a bunt hit, couple of runs scored. Also walked and struck out against Whaler. Here's a bunt, foul. So right turn from the home plate area, and it's 1-2 to Goot. Imagine if the rule was that if you bunted with 2 strikes, and if you bunted it foul, it wouldn't be a strike. It'd just be a foul ball.
Yeah, I mean,
It'd bunt forever.
yeah.
The 1-2 pitch. That one is low. 2-2 to Goot. I wonder who first came up with that rule. I don't think it was Alexander Cartwright, the man who came up with the first set of rules for baseball. I don't know who came up with the first set of rules for softball. So 2-2. Right there, and that's popped up on the infield. That's going in and short. Comes in a step or two near the circle and makes the catch. That number 1.
Beautiful tracking there from Asplin. And that was right in the sky. I mean, not much blockage in the sky there, so she probably had a pretty easy time making the catch there.
So 1 away for Elena Ali. And she takes a pitch high for ball 1. Ali is 1 for 2 with a walk, an RBI hit, and a run scored. The 1-0, and there's a strike. Good off speed pitch. She changed speeds on that one and froze Ali. And it's even at 1-1. Part of the chess game, the game within the game. Pitcher is trying to get inside the head of the hitter and vice versa. The 1-1 pitch. Here's a bunt. Third base side, charging. At third is Hauser. Got it. Wow! A low throw and a great stretch by Captain Whaler at first. And Ali probably runs faster than anybody else in a softball uniform. And Hauser beat her by about a third, maybe a quarter of a step.
And it was Gollinghurst coming in to replace Daphne Whaler, who was really up close to cover that bunt. So nice replacement there.
Here's a bunt foul on the first base side. And it's 0-1 to Bella Goot. Goot is 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. He wants nothing to do with Whaler. 6-5. Griswold with the lead in the bottom of the 6th inning. The 0-1 pitch. That's in there for a call strike two. We'll play another one. This was the makeup game that was scheduled in Tabor last Monday. And with 2-strike pitch. And it's fouled on the third base side. And we'll do it again. So, man, I tell you what, there's a lot of baseball and softball games that have been played here in the last week or so. A lot of makeup games.
Yeah, but it's been a rainy June in Iowa.
Beautiful night today. 0-2. And Waits did that pitch a little high. She wanted it deep to go after it. And Bella said, nope. 1-2 the count. Bella good at 393 hitter. 2 out, nobody on in the bottom of the 6th. The 1-2 from Whaler. 10 minutes to strike 3. Strikeout number 10 for Whaler. The Knights go in order. 1, 2, 3 through 6. 6-5 Griswold here on KSOM.
Who can you trust to treat you fair and get you back on the road? J.D. Wyman Service on Main Street in Griswold. Big repairs or general maintenance. Trust J.D. Wyman Service to get you on the road fairly. You're a certified auto do-it-yourselfer. You like the smell of grease, and that's why when it comes to parts, you buy them at Wyman's CarQuest on Main Street in Griswold. Because you care about what you put in your vehicles. Trust the tires, parts, and tools from Wyman's CarQuest in Griswold.
Messina Telephone Company understands that your internet connection should be available when you need it. Some internet providers cut corners by limiting your bandwidth during peak hours. Messina Telephone's policy is to have bandwidth in reserve to prevent network congestion. Gaming and streaming video just works better with Messina Telephone. Fast, reliable home internet service. Call 712-779-2227 today or go to messinatelephone.com. Messina Telephone Company is proud to support CAM Athletics.
Matchup between Fremont Mills and Griswold Cam brought home to you by Wyman's CarQuest, by Griswold Communications, by Newman Body Shop, and by Messina Telephone. Griswold got the key here on KSOM and Onabin Atlantic. 95. That's the other one. 96. Oh, one of these days. Addison Adams swings at the first pitch and pops a foul. Could be playable. And a good catch on the pitch instead. Hit by the outfield circle on the Griswold side, able to haul it in for out number 1.
Yeah, she overcorrected at first, it looked like, but she really bent back and kind of went behind her head to make the catch there. Very impressive.
The one away for Courtney Coleman. And the first pitch is in it for a 12th strike. So the Knights blew up in the bottom of the 7th. It's 4, 5, and 6. Sage Mitchell, Adeline Billingsley, and Kinley Blackburn. Coleman 1 for 3. That's a high pop fly hit into center field. Brings it over towards right with Grant Marie. He's here to make the catch for out number 2. Well, I would think with that sun, they wouldn't want to hit too many pop-ups, but there have been a lot of pop-ups and flies.
Second pitch. Number 5, Amanda.
The 2 away for Amanda Hauser. First pitch is low for ball 1. Hauser is 0 for 2. She lined into a double play, lined out to third, reached on an error. And popped up again, headed towards second, right on key. Next play, number 3. For the first time tonight, Billingsley gets the Tigers in order. 3 up, 3 down. Last call for the Knights. Fasten your seatbelts for the Tigers. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Griswold has a 6-5 lead here on KSOM.
Make sure you're getting the best coverage for you at the most competitive rate. Hi, this is Nick Carnes with Brocker Carnes & Carnes. We are an independent insurance agency that offers coverage for your home, auto, life, farm, and everything in between. But mostly we are here to help. As an independent agency, we can shop around for the best rates and coverages from multiple companies. Stop by one of our offices or go to brockercarnes.com for a quote on your insurance. Let Brocker Carnes & Carnes help you get the best coverage at a competitive rate.
3H Customs has everything any farmer needs to be successful, and that's not an exaggeration. We offer soil sampling, crop scouting, and spraying. We also offer precision planting products, Midwest seed genetics, and nature's fertilizers. Don't forget fertilizers and anhydrous also. 3H Customs has everything the Iowa farmer needs, and we dedicate ourselves to helping each farmer be successful. For more information on how you can build that successful operation, call 249-2429 or visit 3hcustoms.com. 3H Customs, customizing your farming resources to fit your needs.
Come on, Saints. Start it out. Let's go. Bottom of the seventh for Fremont Mills. They trail it 6-5. James Mitchell will lead things off for the Knights. First pitch from Molly Bailey is out. Ball one. Mitchell 1 for 3. She is an RBI hit. A run scored is grounded to short and popped back to Whaler the pitchers. For 1-0. Pop back out of play. Just over our heads. 1-1 to count to Mitchell. Fremont Mills scored 3 runs at the bottom of the first. Back-to-back leadoff walks allowed by Whaley. After his strikeout, Mitchell an RBI single. And then a 2-out, 2-run double by Kinley Blackburn. And Knights led 3-0. A 1-1. Then foul back to the screen. It's 1-2. Tigers answered in the top of the second. A 1-out single by Kinney. After Waller reached on an error, then Carson Adams laid down a bunt. The ball was thrown up the line and right. That scored 2 runs. The game is down to 1. Whalers are down by a score. Ashland scoops it up. Goes to first. Gets sniffed by Whaler. Into end. Mitchell is retired. 1 away for Billingsley. The Knights got that one of those runs back at the bottom of the second. A bunt hit by Rescue. She scored an RBI single by Elena Ali. It 4-2 until the top of the fourth. Alita, a 1-out single by Adams. First pitch. Hitter. So Billingsley hit by the pitch. Wait a minute. The on-plate umpire is going to maybe talk with the base umpire. No,
I think she went around actually, Chris. I mean, the head ump was going over to first to check if she had swung, and he said safe.
He was pointing at the umpire, not pointing at first base for Billingsley. Billingsley thought I'm going to go to first, but that's the way it was. 0-1 to count. On the pitch, there's his strike. And it's going to Billingsley. A big inning for the Tigers in the fourth. When Carson Adams reached an infield single, 1 out later, Abby Gobblehorst got an RBI base hit, then a walk, and then Addison Adams a 3-run bomb. 1-run pitch is a bit high. 2-1 now to Billingsley. And that was the last time we saw offense from the Tigers. Knights scratched across a run in the fifth with 2 outs. A double by Blackburn and an RBI single by Fichter. 2-1, and that's popped up. Over our heads, foul. I lost track of that. That was right in the sun, and I was like, am I in trouble?
I've been losing track of a lot of these that come back towards us. I mean, I think with the blue skies, I'd be able to see it, but they're disappearing.
The sun is like right in our eyes. 2-2, the count to Billingsley. Base is empty. Risers red high. Counter full. 1 out, nobody on. Griswold is undefeated in conference play, and they're trying to stay that way. They're 1 strike and 1 out away from doing it. At least staying that way. Roger high, ball 4, and the potential turning round is aboard. And that is walk number 7 for Whaler. 7 walks, 10 strikeouts. Remember, she did walk 4 in the first. Got it! Hammer. Walk-off action. She's spread them out since then. Here's Blackburn now. And the first pitch is A riser outside, 1-0 to Blackburn, who has not been retired tonight. 2 for 2 with 2 doubles and a walk. Well, Whaler going to try and pitch around her, I would imagine. The 1-0, it's a swing and most strike one. 1-1 to Kinley Blackburn, a 418 hitter. And now with 16 RBI. He represents the potential go-ahead run. 1-1. Weiser is high and outside. 2-1 the count to Kinley Blackburn. Whaler walked 4 in that opening frame. Gave up a leadoff walk in the third. The 6th walk came with 2 outs in the fifth. 2-1. Hot rhythm to center. Got me to third and that's the double is Blackburn, the 3rd double of the night. And now Blackburn represents the potential winning run. Now it's up to Melody Fichter and Lindsey Smith after that, the two hitters, 7 and 8. First pitch now to Fichter. Is outside for ball 1. Well, Whaler's a strikeout pitcher, and if there's ever a time she needs a strikeout, now is the time. Potential tying run at third. Potential winning run at second for Fremont Mills. Griswold precariously holding on to a 6-5 lead. The 1-0. Nice swing, and that's out of the way from the right field side, and it's even at 1-1 strike. Fichter delivered a 2-out RBI single in the 5th. That scored at Blackburn after she doubled. She has also walked and struck out. First base is open here. Whaler, the 1-1. Changeup. Side, 2-1 now to Fichter, a 259 hitter. The infield, the corners are in. Oh, but the middle infielders are back. 2-1. That's a strikeout. Look. Scoring fired at home. And Bowman applied the tag on Billingsley to send the game. And there's 2 outs now in the 7th. Taking third is Blackburn.
There's a bit of hesitation from Billingsley going home. She must have thought it was going to be caught by Whaler and then thrown directly home. But, I mean, great play by Asplund. Quick on your feet.
Lindsey Smith now the batter. Runners on the corners. First pitch is outside for ball 1. A good throw by Asplund, though. Right on the money to Foreman, who just stood there and applied the tag. Easy peasy. Smith is 0 for 1 with 2 walks. The 1-0. Swing and has for strike 1. 6-5. Griswold with the lead. I'm surprised that Fichter isn't running down the second. You might hear. Try and get that potential winning run in scoring position again. The 1-1. Now back to the screen, and Fremont Mills down to their last strike. One and 2 to count to Lindsey Smith. So the potential turning run is on third for the Knights. The pitch. Strike 3 of the ball comes over. Strikeout number 11 for Eiley Whaler. And Griswold remains undefeated in conference play. And we'll have a rematch coming up. A great effort by Fremont Mills, but the Tigers take game 1 here tonight by a final score of 6-5. We'll take a break, come back, give you the totals, and get ready for game 2 after this here on KSOM.
3H Customs has everything any farmer needs to be successful, and that's not an exaggeration. We offer soil sampling, crop scouting, and spraying. We also offer precision planting products, Midwest seed genetics, and nature's fertilizers. Don't forget fertilizers and anhydrous also. 3H Customs has everything the Iowa farmer needs, and we dedicate ourselves to helping each farmer be successful. For more information on how you can build that successful operation, call 249-2429 or visit 3hcustoms.com. 3H Customs, customizing your farming resources to fit your needs.
Anita Supply Center is here for you. From the big jobs to the small tasks, we're here to help. Hi, this is Kim with a reminder of our hours, so when you need our help, we're here. Anita Supply Center is open Monday through Fridays, 7 to 5, and Saturdays, 8 until noon. We're here 6 days a week for all your building, landscaping, how-to projects, repairs, and more. We offer free in-home measurements, free estimates, and can help you put your ideas together. Anita Supply Center is open 6 days a week for all your home improvement and building needs.
Griswold Communications has brought fiber to the homes of Griswold, Elliott, Lewis, Lyman, and Grant. With our initial investment complete, we're planning future upgrades to continue delivering advanced services. As of July 1st, most Blue Surge internet speeds increased, with 1 gig remaining the top speed. With no price changes, wireless router and extender rates have dropped. Enjoy faster speeds, unlimited usage, member dividends, and reliable local service. Check your Griswold Communications bill or call us at 712-778-2121 for details.
What's it mean to be in good hands? It means you get an expert agent who's in it for the long haul. We'll get to know you and be there for you as your coverage needs change. I'm Craig Hummel at Hummel Insurance Services, and we work with Allstate Insurance. Let us help you choose the right amount of protection to meet your needs and see for yourself what it means to be in good hands. Call Hummel Insurance Services or stop in anytime.
So Griswold hangs on and goes to 22-4 in the season as they defeat Fremont Mills 6-5, Jack. And it was right on the line there in that 7th inning after the walk and the double by Blackburn. What a game for Kinley Blackburn for the Knights. But eventually Billingsley tagged out at home for out number 2, and then the 11th strikeout for Whaler, able to end the ball game. And Griswold will now get a chance to finish their conference schedule undefeated in this next ballgame.
Yeah, definitely a nail-biter for sure. And Eiley Willard had some struggles at first, but she definitely cleaned up nicely later in the game for the Griswold Cam Tigers. On the offensive side, they were sound as ever. You had that home run from Addison Adams that brought in 2 RBIs. That kind of gave Eiley Willard a second wind on the circle. You know, it's hard to pitch when you're down, and you just got to kind of get the bats back going. So it was really nice there by Addison Adams to give her kind of that cushion that she needed to maintain the lead that they had.
The line totals in the ball game for Fremont Mills: 5 runs, 7 hits, 3 errors. They leave 9. For Griswold Cam, 6 runs, 8 hits, 1 error. They leave 6. Whaler, the winning pitcher, 12-3. Billingsley, the loss at 4-4. Time of the game is 1 hour and 48 minutes. Fremont Mills falls to 15-8 on the season. Griswold Cam goes to 22-4. So there'll be a break. They'll fix the field. Griswold will be the home team in game number 2. We'll be back with you in about a half an hour, probably less than that, maybe 20 minutes or so for game number 2 here tonight. We'll take it back to the radio station for some great country music in between games. And we're back for game number 2 as Griswold Cam looks to finish their conference schedule undefeated. They take on Fremont Mills in game number 2 coming up. For Jack McKee, this is Chris Varney. The final score of game 1, Griswold 6, Fremont Mills 5. We'll be back with you in about 20. Along with Jack McKee, we're back here for game number 2 of our doubleheader between the Griswold Cam Tigers and the Knights of Fremont Mills. So they'll flip around, and it'll be Griswold be the home team on their home field. As Griswold won the first game by a final of 6-5. Jack, it was a game where Fremont Mills took the lead early on, but it was the big blast by Addison Adams, a 3-run home run that turned out to be the difference in the ball game in the top of the 4th inning.
Yeah, and that really great. I think that gave Eiley Whaler a second drive on the circle there, and that kind of gave her the cushion she was looking for on the defensive side, and that kind of pushed her well to keep the game at bay for the Fremont Mills Knights. And Addison Adams with a great hit there, as we saw. And you can check back on that on the broadcast on youtube.com or westerniowa.com. And I'm excited to go into game 2.
Sadie Gollenhorst, the sophomore, is the starting pitcher for Griswold. And here's the starting lineup that she will face. It's turned in by Fremont Hills head coach Kyle Fichter. Reese Scoot will lead it off to play second base. Lena Ali, the shortstop, batting second. Bella Good in center field. She will hit third. Sage Mitchell is the starting pitcher in game number 2. He's in the cleanup spot. Adeline Billingsley, the pitcher in game 1, is in left field for game 2, and she will bat fifth. Kinley Blackburn at third base. She will hit sixth. Melanie Victor at first base of the 7th spot. Lindsay Smith, the catcher, she will hit 8th. And Hannah Wilson is in right field, batting 9th. We still have, is it maybe an hour before the sun disappears? By the time we sign off, that sun will be gone, of course. Man, that thing has been right in our eyes the entire time, and it's even worse now than it was before. But we're ready to play game number 2. Sadie Gollenhorst, the starting pitcher, and the first pitch to Reese Scoot is outside for ball 1. First pitch of game number 2 is at 7:45. 1 ball to no strikes to Reese Scoot. There's a bunt. Back to the circle, though. Fielded by Gollenhorst. It's low and beating it out. Will be Goots. Well, I tell you what, I got to give that an error on the pitcher, Gollenhorst. I think if she threw it cleanly, she would have gotten re-scooted first base. No sacrifice with nobody on. So re-scoot is now on, and Lena Ali now the batter. Defensively behind Gollenhorst, Reynolds in left field, Addison Adams in center, Carson Adams in right. Runner goes. The pitch is high. Nope, she blocked. I'll throw down to second anyway. Actually, might have gotten away, but 1 ball to no strikes to Ali. Gollenhorst making her 10th start of the season, 13th overall appearance. Here's a point right in front of the plate, and there's no play. Absolutely no play, and a perfect bunt by Ali. That's a hit. So the game starts out much like Fremont Mills did in the bottom of the first inning of game 1. And they got the 2 leadoff hitters on against Whalert. They got on walks. Now they get on an error and a bunt single. Here's Bella Goot. And the first pitch, she looks to bunt and pops out of the middle. Coleman got a foul ball. I think that's a strike. Nothing in 1 to Bella Goot. On the infield for Griswold and Anna Hauser at third. Marissa Asplin, the shortstop. Abby Gollenhorst, Sadie's sister, at second. Daphne Wallet over at first. Courtney Foldman, the catcher. The 1-0. And there's in there for a 12th strike. 1-1 now to Bella Goot. Sadie Gollenhorst, 8-1 on the season, a 1.84 ERA. In 38 innings, allowed 14 runs, 10 earned on 26 hits, 15 walks, 35 strikeouts. And a swing and a miss for strike 2. He thought it was strike 3. He still doesn't know. I guess it was strike 3. With the count, it says 1 and 2 on it. So it's strike 3.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, the scoreboard was wrong on that first call there. It was kind of up in the air. I think you had it as a strike. The scoreboard had it as a ball.
So it is strike 3 to Goot. 1 out, and the pitch to Mitchell will slide out of play on the first base side, and it is 0-1. I swear the sun is that moving work. It is very difficult. We're literally looking right into the sun. I'm sorry, I won't whine about it anymore. Yes, they will. The 0-1, and that's a high fly ball hit in the shallow center field, and it's right there for a base hit. Carson Adams will get it in. The runners had to hold to see that it would be caught. And so they're held to just 1 advance. Reese Scoot stops at third. Ali to second. Mitchell on the blue pit is aboard. The bases are loaded. Adeline Billingsley. Opponents against Gollenhorst are hitting 186 on the year, but she's allowed 2 hits here in this first inning. First pitch, and right back to the circle. And Goldenhorse throws home and gets the first play for out number 2. Boy, that ball was hit, and it sounded like it was going to be hard hit, but it just went right back to the circle, and Goldenhorse stabbed it. And then calmly threw home as if no care in the world. So Coot is retired on the fourth. The runners all move up. Bases still loaded for Kinley Blackburn, who had a heck of a game earlier. And the first pitch is in the dirt, and a good block by Foreman. He might have saved a run. She did save a run there. No might. That ball gets fired, and I leave is a guaranteed run with her speed. Here's the 1-0 to Blackburn. And heading to third, is Blackburn. Takes a 3-0 lead.
Coming back with a vengeance after the Game 1 loss. Fremont Mills Knights are on fire here in the first inning.
Well, I'm not going to give her a triple. That'll be her third double of the night. And an error because that deflected off Adams. It's a clear hit. But I'll give her 3 RBIs. Here's Fichter now. And the first pitch from Goldenhorst is low for ball 1. So Blackburn drives it into the outfield. Deflects off Adams. With her speed, you got to give her a double. The 0-1, or the 1-0 pitch is way high. 2 balls to no strikes to Fichter. Is it deja vu all over again?
Could be.
That's what Yogi Berra said. Griswold gave up a 3 spot in the first inning of Game 1 and came back to win it 6-5. First strike 1. Fremont Mills in that first inning used 4 walks from Eiley Whalert and a couple of hits. They only had 5 hits the rest of the game. The 2-1 from Goldenhorst is low, and it's 3 balls and a strike to Fichter. Blackburn was just on conscience in that first game, going 3 for 3 with 3 doubles and a walk. Couple of RBIs. So 3-1. There's a strike on the inside corner by Goldenhorst, and the count is full to Fichter. Fremont Mills sent 9 to the plate in the first inning of Game 1, and Fichter, the 7th player to hit here in game number 2. Now the payoff pick. Swing, and that's a little leaper foul by the run deck circle. Right past Lindsey Smith, and the count remains full. I never wanted to enjoy a sunset so much. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say I wasn't going to complain about the sun?
You did.
Payoff pitch, and it's up the middle. This one ranges over and short. It's the play to first to retire Fichter, and that will retire the side. But the Knights scored 3 runs on 3 hits. There were 2 errors and 1 left aboard. To a half inning, it's Fremont Mills 3 and Griswold coming to bat here on KSOM.
Make sure you're getting the best coverage for you at the most competitive rate. Hi, this is Nick Carnes with Brocker Carnes & Carnes. We are an independent insurance agency that offers coverage for your home, auto, life, farm, and everything in between. But mostly we are here to help. As an independent agency, we can shop around for the best rates and coverages from multiple companies. Stop by one of our offices or go to brockercarnes.com for a quote on your insurance. Let Brocker Carnes & Carnes help you get the best coverage at a competitive rate.
3H Customs has everything any farmer needs to be successful, and that's not an exaggeration. We offer soil sampling, crop scouting, and spraying. We also offer precision planting products, Midwest seed genetics, and nature's fertilizers. Don't forget fertilizers and anhydrous also. 3H Customs has everything the Iowa farmer needs, and we dedicate ourselves to helping each farmer be successful. For more information on how you can build that successful operation, call 249-2429 or visit 3hcustoms.com. 3H Customs, customizing your farming resources to fit your needs.
Michael. So the Knights get 3 runs in the top of the first. And the pitcher for Fremont Mills is Sage Mitchell. Here's the starting lineup she'll face, and it's turned in by Griswold head coach Jody Russell. Excuse me. My apologies. Marissa Asplin will lead it off at play shortstop. Abby Gollenhorst at second will bat second. Eiley Waller, man, I tell you one thing, this son is killing it. Eiley Whaler, the designated player, she'll hit third. Addison Adams, the center fielder in the cleanup spot. Courtney Pullman, the catcher, she will hit fifth. Amanda Hauser at third, bat sixth. Daphne Whaler at first base in the seventh spot. Joanna Reynolds in left field, she'll hit eighth. Carson Adams in right will bat ninth. We'll see what the Tigers can do as they try to accelerate their bats against Sage Mitchell for the Knights. Making her 15th start of the year. She has 2 relief appearances, 17 overall games this season, a 10-4 record, 2.52 ERA, 80 and 2/3 innings, allowed 63 runs, 29 earned, 96 hits, 20 walks, 47 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .268 against her. Asplin will lead things off, and the first pitch for Mitchell is high for ball one. So Mitchell, the junior, in the circle, has been the majority of work for the Knights. There's a strike up that he used to Asplin, and it's even at 1-1. Marissa from the left side against the right-hander, Mitchell. 1-1 pitch. You got the liner down the left field line. That's a terrible. She's going for 2. The throw from Wilson is not in time. It's cut off. And it's a leadoff double from Marissa Asplin. And now to bring on Abby Gollenhorst. Defensively behind Mitchell. Adeline Billingsley in left field. Bella Good in center. Hannah Wilson is in right. Blackburn at third. Ali is the shortstop. Reese Goot at second base. Victor over at first. Smith the catcher. And Mitchell in the circle. She'll face Abby Gollenhorst. First pitch is in there for a call strike. Gollenhorst 1 for 3 with a walk in game number 1. Oh, I'm sorry, that was the wrong. Yeah, no, 2 for 4. She bunts and bunts it foul. Well, it's right on the chalk line, but it's actually on the chalk line, but on the batter's box. It's not on the chalk line on the foul line. There's a lot of chalk.
Yeah.
And it's 0-2 to Abby Gollenhorst. Speaking of which, there won't be any chalk needed at Wimbledon this year. They've eliminated all the officials. The 0-2 pitch is popped up. Foul ground, third base side. Long run. And Blackburn cannot get to it. It was really more on the left field side. It was a long run for Blackburn. Aliyah short, even with her speed, could not get there. And Billingsley and left all try to convert. And Gollenhorst stays alive. Wimbledon has eliminated all of their regular officials. We see a Gollenhorst swing, and that one rolls into left field for a base hit. Wide turn at third by Asplin. She had to wait to see if that might have been caught. Ali could not get to that ball, and Gollenhorst just dumps one into left center. Now runners on the corners, nobody out here in the bottom of the third. And here's Eiley Whaler. And the first pitch to Whaler is outside for ball one. You know what? It's not going to be long before Major League Baseball eliminates the home plate umpire. And they're just going to have balls and strikes called by a computer.
Yeah, that's just the way that technology moves. And eventually, we might even have robots here in high school.
Boy, not in my lifetime. 1-0 pitch is high. 2 balls and, well, it's rolled a strike. 1-1 at top to Whaler. And I don't say that in a joking manner. I mean, I just don't think high school will be able to afford that kind of technology. I think it's going to be very difficult. Not enough to pay to install shot clock. A 1-1 pitch is high. 2-1 to count to Whaler. And that was a concern by a lot of high schools when the shot clock was initiated a few years ago for basketball. Like suddenly you gotta find somebody to run that too. Here's a high fly ball hit into left. And drifting back is Billington. She will make the catch. It's well deep enough. Asplund scores from third on the sacrifice fly, and it's 3-1 Fremont Mills. And of course, it was hit right into the sun.
Couldn't make the call quite in time. And I mean, Eiley Wheeler with a great hit there, nonetheless. I mean, that was really deep, and it was pretty much guaranteed that Mariska Asplund would come in to score.
Dollenhorst now at second. She even tagged on the long fly by Wheeler. One away for Addison Adams. Any ball hit the left, and I'm guessing pretty much. And the first pitch was in the dirt and stopped there by Smith, but not in time to allow Dollenhorst to move to third on the wild pitch. 3-1. Knights now lead it. And it's 1 ball and no strikes to Addison Adams, who could well leave the yard. The 1-0, big cut, and it rolls foul on the third base side, and it's even at a ball at his strike. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing if they eliminate the home plate umpire. I don't think they'll eliminate umpires completely. I think they'll have umpires in the field, but I think no point umpires are going to be eliminated, and it's going to be sooner rather than later. That one fouled away by Adams in the left field side, and it's 1-2. Matter of fact, I think Rob Manfred, the commissioner of baseball, is already exploring the idea of having it as soon as maybe next year or the year after that. Like I said, I think it's coming fast. I mean, the problem here in Iowa at the high school level, the one key foul back to the screen, is the shortage of umpires. That is a major problem. And you get to the point where you have all these makeups, and athletic directors are having a heck of a time just trying to find a crew. And that determines whether you're able to play or not. The 1-2 pitch, and that's line foul on the third base side, and it stays 1-2. It's just a lot of people. They don't want to be umpires. And, you know, the average age of umpires, I think, are getting older and older. And, I mean, there are some young people that are going into it, but not as many as there were, 10 years ago, whatever years it is.
Yeah, it's not an easy job. A lot of pressure.
The 1-2, that's in the dirt, and it's a swing and a miss. They got to make the throw to first. Here comes the runner from Galaxy's down. There's 2 outs, but a stolen base home by Abby Gollenhorst, and it's now 3-2. So they had to make the throw to first to complete the strikeout for Adams, and on the play, Gollenhorst simply took off. She timed it perfectly. So 2 outs, base is empty, 2 runs in. Courtney Foreman now the batter for the Tigers.
Did you call that an RBI, Chris?
No.
No. Okay.
I don't know. Swing by Foreman. He finishes it up the middle for a base hit. A little skitter by Coleman. And you would call it a grass burner if it hit much grass until the outfield. A 2-out base runner, and that'll bring on Amanda Hauser. They'll run for Coleman, who deserves it, who's been behind home plate throughout this hot evening. And Kinney, who is not in the starting lineup, will run for Foreman. So Hauser steps in. 3-2, Fremont Mills here on the bottom of the first, and the first pitch is high for ball 1. So, I mean, the one thing with you have Cam and Griswold combined, you have a lot of depth, for Jody Russell's roster that she now has options. If it was not the case, if it was only Griswold this year and Cam did have enough players, then it would have been a very short bench. The 1-0 pitch is inside, 2 balls and no strikes, and Sadie Gollenhorst might have probably been their number 1 pitcher throughout the season. She's the number 2 behind Whaler. 2-0 pitch is high by Mitchell. 3 balls and no strikes to Hauser. 3-2 Fremont Mills leads. 2 out, 1 on here on the bottom of the first. Griswold won the first game 6-5. The 3-0 is low, 4-pitch walk. So the inning continues. The sun gets lower. Before long, it might be behind that scoreboard. It'll be spicy. It's literally right down the left, into left field, straight away left, right in our eyes now. First pitch to Whalert. Daphne Whalert is up high for ball one. Whalert, the seventh batter of the inning for the Tigers. The Knights at 7 in the top of the first. The 1-0 in the dirt.
Stop.
And suddenly Mitchell can't find the strike zone. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Whalert. I don't know what the answer is to find and recruit new umpires. I really don't. I've thought about that problem for years and have not come up with a solution. 2-0 pitch and off speed misses high. 3-0 to Whalert. I mean, it's a problem in all sports, basketball, football, I mean, every single sport. I mean, they're considering reducing the officials in basketball from 3 to 2. That one's ball 4. 8 straight pitches, pretty much out of the zone by Mitchell. And now the bases are loaded for the Tigers with 2 outs. And Joanna Reynolds will step in. A big opportunity here for Reynolds, who played left in game 1 and hitting for the first time here in game number 2 from the left side. A 182 hitter. First pitch. There's ball 9. Reynolds has 8 RBIs on the season. And the Ducks are on the pond for the Tigers on the bottom of the first, trailing 3 to 2. 1-0 to Reynolds in the dirt. And now Mitchell, he had a 4-pitch walk to Hauser, a 4-pitch walk to Whalert. Reynolds has got to be taken all the way until she throws a strike. The 2-0. Way up high. 3-0 now to Reynolds. Suddenly, Sage Mitchell has lost complete control. The 3-0, there's a strike at the knee. That was 11 straight balls thrown by Mitchell. It's now 3-1 to Reynolds. Swing and a little looper hit into left, but it is swinging against Peter. That will score 1. Coming in is Foreman, or check that Kenny running for Foreman, and we're tied at 3 to 2 runs come in on that play. Yeah, 2 runs. Kenny and Hauser both came in. So it's 4-3 Griswold. It'll be an error on the left fielder, Billingsley. And the sun was at her back, so she can't use that as an excuse. She just flat out missed it. Bizarre. So the walks come back to haunt Mitchell. Daphne Whalert goes all the way to third. Reynolds is now at second. It's the first error of the inning. 2 errors by Griswold at the top of the first. The 9th batter of the inning is Carson Adams. One ball. I guess the first pitch was one. Was there a pitch? I looked down for a second. The first pitch was low. Now the 1-0 pitch low. 2 balls and no strikes to Adams.
Mr. Kane set too fast in this circle.
Oh, okay. I see. It's an illegal pitch. It's essentially the equivalent of a balk, but in a balk, in baseball, a run would come in. That's not the case on a legal pitch. 2-0, and it's grounded. And it gets blocked. Oh, a big hit. Whalert scores right behind Reynolds. She will score. A 2-run RBI hit by Carson Adams, and it's 6-3 Griswold. And the walks come back to haunt Mitchell. A 6-run inning for the Tigers here on the bottom of the first. And they bat around. Marissa Asplin, who started it all with a leadoff double, will stand back in against Sage Mitchell. And the first pitch is high for ball 1. Suddenly, out of nowhere, after the Foreman hit, she just could not throw a strike. And she's the ace of this Knights team. And it just disappeared. Her control disappeared. The 1-0. Swung on a high fly ball. Foul ground, right field side. Racing over is Wilson. And I don't think she made the 10.
Yes, he didn't. It was in foul territory, though, so
Yeah.
nothing wrong.
It was out of my vantage point, but she had a chance at it and could not bring it in. And new life for Asplund. The count is 1-1. And the pick. And it's down the second into right field. That's going to be a base hit. Scampering around third. Here comes Tyson Adams. And a throw. There's no throw. A mistake by Fremont Mills as they can't come together. And Griswold takes a 7-3 lead. Oh, you can roll an error on that play. Asplund singled in there, and then confusion between the Knights. And Adams scored all the way from first. The ball got away. That one gets away and all the way back to the screen. And Asplund takes second on the wild pitch. Hope we got to give an error. That would be the second error of the inning on Fremont Mill. But a hit for Asplund. 1-0 to Gollenhorst, who is the 11th batter of the inning. And the pitch misses 2-0 to Gollenhorst. After Asplund's double, Gollenhorst single. 7 runs here on the bottom of the first for the Tigers. Swing, and that's into center field, somewhat deep, and over the head of Cooch, and then it's all the way to the wall. Asplund scores easily. Gollenhorst into second with a stamped-up double, and it's 8-3 Tigers.
The Tigers, Chris, I mean, I thought the Knights were doing good in that top of the first, and then the Tigers come back with a vengeance.
Well, Asplund and Gollenhorst are 2 for 2 in the inning. 6 hit and 2 errors, and a couple of walks. Pitch to Whaler is inside for ball 1. That was roll to strike. 0-1 to Whaler. We got a sac fly for out number 1 with still 2 outs. After the sac fly, a strikeout to Addison Adams. That was over the head of the catcher Smith, and down to third goes Gollenhorst. And the wheels have fallen off for Mitchell in the first.
Yeah, the second out was actually the 4th batter. We're looking at a 12th right now, and Addison Adams, the one that struck out for out 2, is on deck.
0-1. Swing, and there's a drive hit foul on the left field side. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Whaler. After the strikeout by Addison Adams, a single by Fullman. Back-to-back walks to Hauser on Whaler. Reynolds reached on an error. A single by Adams scored 2. A single by Asplund. An RBI double by Gollenhorst. Abby Gollenhorst. The 1-2. Swing and a pop-up. Hit to short. Ali over towards the second base bag. Will make the play, and that will retire the side. But 12 batters come to the plate for Griswold, and they score 8 runs. Through 1, 8-3 Griswold. Back in a minute here on KSOM.
Griswold Communications has brought fiber to the homes of Griswold, Elliott, Lewis, Lyman, and Grant. With our initial investment complete, we're planning future upgrades to continue delivering advanced services. As of July 1st, most Blue Surge internet speeds increased, with 1 gig remaining the top speed. With no price changes, wireless router and extender rates have dropped. Enjoy faster speeds, unlimited usage, member dividends, and reliable local service. Check your Griswold Communications bill or call us at 712-778-2121 for details.
What's it mean to be in good hands? It means you get an expert agent who's in it for the long haul. We'll get to know you and be there for you as your coverage needs change. I'm Craig Hummel at Hummel Insurance Services, and we work with Allstate Insurance. Let us help you choose the right amount of protection to meet your needs and see for yourself what it means to be in good hands. Call Hummel Insurance Services or stop in anytime.
Well, we've seen no offense at all here in the second game. None whatsoever. 8-3, we go to the second. Lindsey Smith will lead things off for the Knights. The Tigers score 8 in the bottom of the first after Fremont Mills 3 in the top of the inning. First pitch to Smith from Sadie Gollenhorst misses low for ball 1. Trying to check to see if we got any steals. They're just showing a limited strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. I know Cam is playing Audubon tonight in baseball. The 1-1 still on Ty Smith. Now 1-2. Next one. It was a makeup game from last week, and they moved it to tonight. Played by Smith, and she pops it up. Back at second base. Fenskun ranges back right on the edge of the grass and makes the play for out number one. That'll bring on Hannah Wilson. I don't know. They're playing. Maybe that's tomorrow. I got it wrong. Cam was playing Audubon tomorrow.
Yeah, Cam's playing AHSTW right now. The score is 11-0 with the Cardinals.
Swinging a miss by Hannah Wilson. And it's not been in one. Thank you.
You got it.
I was confused. Well, I know what I did wrong there, and I'll leave it at that. The 0-1, and it's poked foul on the first base side, and it's 0-2 to Wilson. Let's see, Glenwood beating Trina 3-0 in baseball. The 0-2 pitch to Wilson. The high pop-up, first base sign, and down the water and foul ground will make the catch for out number 2. That was a way high pitch by Sadie Gollenhorst, and Wilson chased it. She made contact with it. Glenwood leads Trainer in the bottom of the 3rd in baseball.
Also in West Central baseball, Pleasant Valley took the win against Magic in game 1, 11-1. Scores 14-0. Pleasant Valley leads in game 2. Pleasantville, what did I say?
Opposed to Pleasant Valley.
Oh my God.
First pitch goes right to the screen. One ball, no strikes to Reese Hughes. Wasn't that a movie, Pleasantville?
I'm not sure. Is that a...
Yeah, with Toby McGuire and Reese Witherspoon and Don Knotts. One of the pitchers is struck by Gollenhorst. It's even at 1-1 to do. 8-3 Griswold with the lead. It was something that it was kind of based on. They were watching Leave It Fever kind of show, or one of those like the Donna Reed show. One attempt by Goot, and she bunts it foul. It's 1-2, and Don Knotts. They have problems with the remote. Don Knotts is a TV repairman. He comes in, gives them a new remote, and they get sucked into the television show.
Huh?
And suddenly they're black and white, and you'll have to take it from there.
Pleasant Valley is also a high school in Iowa.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
There's a Pleasantville and a Pleasant Valley.
That's what I was confirming there. If there was a movie called Pleasant Valley, you'd know it.
Yes, I would, probably, but I don't think there's a movie called Pleasant Valley. If it is, it might be like a B movie that I've never seen. I don't watch B movies. The foul kind of nicked the catcher Fullman, so we have a stoppage in action here, and Jody Rockall is attending to her catcher, and she's going to stay in the ball game. You had a chance to talk to Courtney Fullman. What stood out to you in your conversation with her?
She's very hopeful about Griswold Cam's first season. She had plans to make it to the tournament, and from what I've seen from this team so far, they can definitely do it. They've got the offense, they've got the defense, and she's also a very solid hitter at the plate, 426 so far in the season.
Yeah, and got 2 strikes, and the pitch by Gollenhorst is low, 2-2. Now, to Reese Goot. I knew I wasn't losing my mind. It's a movie, Pleasantville. I looked it up. Sylvia McGuire, Reese Witherspoon, William H. Macy was the father. 2-2 pitch by Gollenhorst. That just misses. 3-2. The counter's full to Goot. 2 out, nobody on. Out of the second. 8-3 Griswold over Fremont Hill. A win for the Tigers, and they have a perfect conference record. Now the payoff. Ran a lazy shot into right center for a base hit. So Reese Goot is aboard. On a 2-out single, we'll bring on Lena Ali. The sun is not going to go behind the scoreboard. It is drifting off to the right of the scoreboard. So I got to have to wait maybe another half hour, 45 minutes, maybe.
I might get some coverage if I scooch to the left, but
here's Ali now. She bunts, pops it up, feeling it. It's Gollenhorst throws the first. Any time to get the speedy Ali, and the sign is retired. for the Knights. No runs, one hit, one left. Through an inning and a half, 8-3 Griswold. Back in a minute on KSOM.
I know you have a choice. Hi, I'm Mark Smith, certified financial planner and registered investment advisor with Principal Financial Group. Today I want to say thank you, Southwest Iowa. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to serve the community for 39 years. Over the years, you've given me the opportunity to get to know you and your family. Thank you for your trust, your confidence, and most of all, your relationship. If I can help you with your financial plan, please give me a call at 712-243-2466. Mark Smith, Principal Financial in Atlantic.
Birds are chirping again as the sun disappears slowly but surely. Bottom of the second, 8-3 Griswold. Addison Adams will lead things off for the Tigers. And the first pitch in there for a call strikes. As we said when we arrived here, I heard some birds chirping right near where we set up. We've been at this location now for this is the third time this year. And we haven't had any issues in this spot. The 0-1 pitch, and there's a chopper at the third. Hits off the chest of Blackburn. Recovery. The ball skids away to first. It'll be an infield single for Adams. Takes advantage of a high chop. Oh, I don't know. I mean, you could rule out an error.
Yeah, she did bobble it at left, or on the left side. I didn't see exactly how easy of a ball it was.
Yeah, I'm going to change it to an error. Fielded it cleanly. It would have been a difficult play, there's no doubt, because it would have been a long throw. But I'll rule an error there. I might change my mind. Coleman swings at the first pitch and hits one just past the backhand of the shortstop Ali into left for a base hit. That's a clean single.
Yeah, that was within inches of Allie's glove, but it got right past, squeaked into left, and Billingsley had to field it.
Well, she hit it hard, did Coleman. And it got by, and now Kinney will come in and run for her. So back-to-back hits or errors, whatever you want to call it, at least a hit there and an error. And 2 on, nobody out for Amanda Hauser. Might be running time for Hauser. The playoffs are coming quickly. Griswold has a bye in the first round of the 2A playoff. And the pitch to Hauser is time for ball 1.
What? Probably too late. I got to spray.
Boy, that sun now is even worse. I can't even see the picture because I'd be looking right at the sun. The 1-0 pitch is high again. 2 balls and no strikes to Hauser. If I had $1 for every time I complained about the sun here in game 2, it might be a wealthy man. Hauser walked in, scored in an 8-run inning. The 2-0 pitch, that's a liner to 20. Jumps up and makes the catch. He throws this. They can get the double play there. They did. What a play by Ali. They double up Adams, and there's 2 away. Well, there's nothing that Addison Adams can do there. It was a hard hit ball, and Ali instantly reacted. First pitch now to Dapter-Waller is in the dirt for ball 1. Kinney stays at first. Griswold will play on July 9th, and it'll be right here. They'll meet the winner of AHSTW in Underwood. Here's a hard hit ball to third. Blackburn will go to second, hit the lead runner, and that will retire the side here in the bottom of the second inning. No runs, 1 hit, an error, 1 left. They're 2 complete. Griswold 8, Fremont Mills 3 here on KSOM.
Did you know that Mexican food is considered to be healthy?
What? How do you figure?
Almost every dish has vegetables. Salsa, all vegetables. Guacamole, avocados, and corn tortillas. They're naturally gluten-free.
Okay, I get it. Tacos, lettuce and tomato. So Rancho Grande for dinner?
Race it to the car.
Add more vegetables to your diet at Rancho Grande in Atlantic, and then you can indulge in a guilt-free margarita, imported beer, or dessert. Choose a healthier option at Rancho Grande. Open 7 days a week.
Got a leak? A clog? Or maybe it's time for a brand new bathroom. Furnace or AC needs some attention? Or are you interested in floor heating? Call Fikes Plumbing and Services. Your trusted local experts in so many areas is now serving the Greenfield and Atlantic areas. From quick fixes to major renovations, Fikes Plumbing and Services has you covered with fast, friendly, and reliable service. With 30 years of service, Fikes licensed professionals tackle every job with care, ensuring your home stays comfortable and safe. Don't wait. Call Fikes Plumbing and Services today for your HVAC, plumbing, sewer, and septic needs.
Galagoot leads it off for Fremont Hills in the top of the third. She bunts it, and it hit her. She was still in the batter's box, so it's a foul ball. If she'd been out of the batter's box, she would have been out. It's 0-1 to Galagoot. Part of the order for the Knights, 3, 4, and 5 here in the top of the third. 3 Griswold. Sadie Gollenhorst gave up 3 in the top of the first. The Tigers answered. He throws punt, takes a strike. Good run to that time by Gollenhorst. That's 0-2. As I said, Griswold in the playoffs, they're in Class 2A reaching 6th. One of the casualties combining with Cam was moving up to 2A. The 0-2 pitch low. They'll face the winner of Underwood and AHSTW. The Eagles will host that game, but the last time those two teams played, the Lady Lights won in a blowout. 2 Wick teams. The 1-2 pitch, and that misses high. 2-2 to Galagoot. That game will be played next Monday, July 7th. And then Griswold will host the winner on July 9th. I think we plan on covering that game on Wednesday. Swing and miss by Goot. He really mistimed that pitch by Sadie Gollenhorst. Second strikeout for Sadie, both against Galagoot. 1 away for Sage Mitchell. The top seed in that region is Trainer. The Cardinals, we've seen them. And they blitzed Xyri HK Audubon up in Audubon. They have a good hitting team, and Aubrey Cole, their pitcher. First pitch to Sage Mitchell in the dirt, squirts back to the screen. It's 1-2 strikes. Trainer will see either Tri-Center or St. Albert in the second round. Trainer, the top seed, ranked 6th. Logan Magnolia will play Maple Valley Encododo Charter Oak Youth. That's a mouthful. 1-0 pitch, and that's Luke Powell on the first base side. It's even at 1-1 to Mitchell. Reached on a bunt hit in the first and scored a run. That game will be played in Logan. Griswold, if they were able to beat the Eagles or the Light, they would play the winner of West Monona or Shenandoah in the regional semi. At the higher seed, the 1-1 pitch by Gollenhorst is up high, 2-1 to Mitchell. And that would be 2 days later on Friday, the 11th, with regional finals the following week. 2-1 to Mitchell. Swing and pop back, just get everybody scream out. A couple of people sitting just below the top row. If they'd been sitting on the top row, it would have been in their lap. They can't see because of the sun. Nobody can see on this side. 2-2 to count to Mitchell. That's way upstairs. On the count is full now to Sage Mitchell. He can clear Griswold. Fremont Mills, they're a Class 1A team. They're in region number 6. They are the boost in that particular region. Riverside is 1 seed. 3-2, and it's popped back out of play again as it takes aim at the concession stand, which is still open. You got to get a tiger dog.
Is that what they're called?
I got a tiger dog. I have not partaken. But it's intriguing. I want the payoff again. It skips its way for ball 4. So a 1-out walk allowed by Sadie Gollenhorst. It's her first free pass. Mitchell aboard and Adeline Billingsley the batter. The Knights will have a bye, and they'll meet the winner of East Union or Stanton. The Light Queen. Swing by Billingsley and a grounder to second. And Gollenhorst goes over to second to get the force play there. Wave stands for Ashland to get the runner at first. So 2 away. A fielder's choice for Billingsley. Abby Gollenhorst gets the lead runner. 2 out for Kinley Blackburn, who has been a tough out here tonight. In fact, she has not been out. At least at the plate. And the first pitch is in there for a called strike. Blackburn has 4 hits, all of them doubles on the night. The last one They might give her a triple, but a bobble in the outfield, an error on the double. She cleaned off the bases. Way out in front of that one. Swing and a motion for strike two, and seated Gallinhorst ahead. 0-2. Billingsley at first. 2 outs, top of the third, 8-3 Griswold. They won the first game 6-5 after trailing 3-0 and 4-2. The 0-2 pitch. And finally get Blackburn, and she reached on it. She guessed wrong, and Gallinhorst kept her off balance. For the Knights, no runs, no hits, a walk, one left. Till the bottom of the third, 8-3 Griswold. Back in a minute on KSOM.
Are you ready to be part of something bigger? I'm Myron Stein, president of Stein Seed Company. We're seeking exceptional individuals like you to join our team as independent sales representatives. If you're passionate about agriculture, ready to make a difference, and want unlimited earning potential, join the Stein team as an ISR. To learn more about open positions near you, contact your local Stein RSA, Darren Petty, at area code 712-249-5884.
Cass Health in Atlantic, Iowa is a nationally recognized hospital, and we are proud of the awards and all of our recent accomplishments. But do you know what drives us to be the very best? You. We're passionate about helping our patients heal and feel their very best at any age and any stage of life. Cass Health, neighbors caring for neighbors.
Along with Jack McKee here on KSOM and Atlantic Audubon. 8-3 Griswold. First pitch to Joanna Reynolds is fouled away on the left field side, up and in one. All the runs on this one scored in the first, and nobody has scored since. Sun slowly disappears. Who needs a sun anyway? First, the 0-1 to Reynolds is up high and inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. It's just going to grow in about 1 billion years from now, get red, and the earth will be destroyed.
There's about 1 billion blades of grass on the field that would say otherwise.
Reynolds reached on error, scored a run in the first. 1-1 pitch, and a chopper hit that toward middle. While he short, fields it. Both throwbacks in time to get Reynolds. Close play. Pitcher able to get down low and field it cleanly. 1 out here in the fourth, or third. Did I say fourth? Bottom of the third. What the problem was is they batted around in the first. And now they're in the bottom of the third, and that screwed up my scorebook. I forgot to scratch out the innings. Batting around that first inning will mess up my book. First pitch to Carson out. I tell you one thing though, but that's what the nature of this beast is. I mean, Jody Russell, she says that top to bottom, she has confidence in every single one of the hitters. I mean, the other night, Carson Adams had a couple of hits and a 12-0 win at Essex. It was a slow roller to third. It's getting by Blackburn. Then trying to get Carson out. Nice throw by Blackburn on the slow roller. 2 outs in the third. Top of the lineup and Marissa Asklund. And the Tigers have hitters. Everybody can club it. I mean, heck, even Keely Kinney is not in the lineup. She doesn't have a place because Laylard is the DP. First pitch to Asklund just misses for ball 1. Asklund has doubled and singled, scored twice. Top of the lineup, top 2 hitters are combined 4 for 4. There's a strike on the inside corner by Mitchell. 1 ball, 1 strike to Marissa Asklund. 1-1 pitch, and that's a high fly ball hit into right center field. Ranging over to the center field is double two. He's there to make the play. For the first time tonight, the Tigers go in order. 3 up, 3 down. We played 3. It's 8-3 Tigers. Back in a minute on KSOM.
Newman Body Shop in Lyman is your only stop for total auto body repair. Newman handles everything from glass replacement, paint and wheel alignment, to complete auto restoration. For information on all the services Newman Body Shop offers, give them a call at 712-778-4428 or stop by Newman Body Shop on Tucson Road in Lyman. Newman Body Shop is a proud supporter of Griswold Tiger Sports.
Who can you trust to treat you fair and get you back on the road? J.D. Wyman Service on Main Street in Griswold. Big repairs or general maintenance. Trust J.D. Wyman Service to get you on the road fairly. You're a certified auto do-it-yourselfer. You like the smell of grease, and that's why when it comes to parts, you buy them at Wyman's Car Quest on Main Street in Griswold, because you care about what you put in your vehicles. Trust the tires, parts, and tools from Wyman's Car Quest in Griswold.
Softball doubleheader. Fremont Mills and Griswold brought to you in part by Wyman's Car Place, Griswold Communications, Newman Body Shop, and Messina Telephone. The first pitch to Melody Victor's popped up on foul ground, first base side, 0-1. 8-3, Griswold Cam over the Knights. All 11 runs scored in the first, and we haven't had anything since then. Matter of fact, Fremont Mills hasn't had a runner reach second base since the first inning. 0-1 and a foul tip on the bottom of the bat in the batter's box. That's 0-2 to Victor. Griswold, well, they had a runner to second, Addison Adams, but then she got doubled off. And they went in order in the third. The 0-2 pitch. And he says, up the middle, driving attempt at short by Ackland. She could not get to it. It's a base hit. And Victor is aboard. Melody, only a 259 hitter, but she had an RBI single in game one and a walk, went 1 for 3. And now gets a hit during game two. A leadoff single will bring on Lindsey Smith. We'll see if she tries to bunt. Sadie Gallenhorst, the first pitch is a little low for ball one. You really, against Fremont Mills, have to battle hard against the bottom part of the lineup because you do not want to face Goot, Ali, and Goot with runners on base. It's 1-0 pitch. That's popped back, way out of play, foul. And it's even now 1-1 to Smith. Maybe another 10 minutes, and the sun will settle underneath the distant trees and hills. We will hope. Probably just as we get off the air. Probably. The 1-1 pitch is in the dirt. Runner goes. Delayed steal with throws. In time. Coleman comes out. Victor. Fremont Mills does not get caught stealing very often, but a great play there by Fulman, a delayed steal, and Fulman threw it right on the money. 1 out, base is empty. 2-1 to count to Smith. A huge out there. 2-1 way up high. She was batting with it. Smith is 0 for 1. She popped the short the first time up. That led off the second. Smith did walk twice in game one. And 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Again, Whaler, 6-5, Griswold win. 3-1, a slate. That's two. Gallenhorst, a good pitch there, is a little low out of the zone. Smith could not catch up. Well, now the payoff pitch from Gallenhorst. Strike 3 call right at the knees. Right out number 4 for Sadie Gallenhorst. 2 away for Hannah Wilson. What a story tonight for the Adams sisters. They've been the big run producers tonight. Addison Adams had a 3-run homer in game one. Carson Adams got a 2-run hit in the first inning of this. First pitch to Wilson and there for a called strike. Hannah Wilson 0 for 1. She popped up her first time up. She went 0 for 3 in game one. 8-3. Griswold with the lead over the Knights. The 0-1 from Sadie. Sadie got a through strike 2. Both Whaler and City Goldenhorse had their problems in the opening innings of this doubleheader. But you throw that out, and they really pitched quite well. The 0-2, yeah, all right. Wilson needed a ladder to get that one. 1-2 the count. I mean, if you think about it, Jack, I mean, you throw out that first inning, it's a dominating night for Griswold.
Yeah, both have done very good.
1-2 single, it's the bottom fell out of that tub, and Wilson swings right over it. Fifth strikeout for Goldenhorns. The leadoff single, but Victor thrown out on the caught stealing. We now go to the bottom of the fourth. Still 8-3 Griswold Cam. Back in a minute on KSOM.
Messina Telephone Company understands that your internet connection should be available when you need it. Some internet providers cut corners by limiting your bandwidth during peak hours. Messina Telephone's policy is to have bandwidth in reserve to prevent network congestion. Gaming and streaming video just works better with Messina Telephone. Fast, reliable home internet service. Call 712-779-2227 today or go to messinatelephone.com. Messina Telephone Company is proud to support CAM Athletics.
Make sure you're getting the best coverage for you at the most competitive rate. Hi, this is Nick Carnes with Brocker Carnes & Carnes. We are an independent insurance agency that offers coverage for your home, auto, life, farm, and everything in between. But mostly we are here to help. As an independent agency, we can shop around for the best rates and coverages from multiple companies. Stop by one of our offices or go to brockercarnes.com for a quote on your insurance. Let Brocker Carnes & Carnes help you get the best coverage at a competitive rate.
Abby Goldenhorse takes the first pitch in the dirt for ball one. 8-3 Griswold. In the bottom of the fourth inning. Abby Goldenhorse, Daphne Watt, Eiley Whaler and Addison Adams here in the fourth inning. And Sage Mitchell is way high, 2 balls and no strikes. And just when I thought the birds fell asleep, they're chirping again. Our baby birds in the nest. I haven't even seen the mother at all. 2-0 pitch, and it's grounded foul on the third base side. 2-1 now to Abby. She's having a nice game, too, in support of her sister, Sadie. Goldenhorse is 2 for 2 with a RBI double, a single, a run scored, a stolen base, actually, steal home. It wasn't a traditional steal home. 2-1 pitch. That popped up in the shallow center, coming on to Kelly Group. She can't have to play for out number 1, which I think she did. So it was right in the middle of the sun, which is now less than a fingernail from disappearing on the horizon.
And we're excited.
Yes, I've never hated the sun more. It doesn't do anything for us. Who needs it? Eiley Waller takes a pitch outside for ball one. Waller, a sac fly in the first. She popped out the shorter last time up. The 1-0. And that misses inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Whaler, 519 hitter. Gardner hit 2 home runs in the first game. Went for a double and a long fly out. As he was lining up, she wanted to swing on that one, but it's high. 3-0 to Whaler. Good eye by Eiley. She's one heck of a player. She's only a freshman. 3-0 pitch. That's ruled a strike. High part of the zone there. 3-1 to count to Whaler. I think by the time she's done, she's going to have some tremendous successes. She's already a strikeout pitcher. That one's in the dirt for ball 4. And a 1-out walk. They'll bring on a courtesy runner for Whaler. Oh, well, she's a DP. I mean, if you run for her, well, she's the DP, so you can sub for her at any time, I believe, under the rules. So Rosso is going to bring in the pinch runner, the courtesy runner, or in this case, technically a pinch runner. So the DP can re-enter the game at any point. Number 5, preventing me from seeing the number. And it is Bristol Wyman. So Addison Adams now the batter. And she pops it up. on the third base side, right down the line. Ranging over from short is Ali with tremendous speed. She got there easily for the second out of the inning. Right along the line, hard to say whether that would have been fair or foul. Might have been fair, but it was very close. Either way, Ali hauled it in. 2 outs now for Fulman. Tomorrow night, we'll be in Harlan for one heck of a baseball matchup at our final regular season broadcast, final video. Wyman takes off. The pitch is high, and the throw is
safe.
Safe. He is safe. The throw was right there, but it was right also into that sun. And Wyman slid to the top part of the bag. A good slide by Wyman. 1 ball to no strikes to count to Fulman. 2 for 2 here in game 2. That one misses. 2 balls and no strikes. Fulman 1 for 4 in game 1. The 2-0 changeup. That's in there for a called strike. Fulman let it go by, hoping for a ball, but good pitch by Mitchell. 2 balls and a strike. 8-3 Griswold, 2 out. Runner at second is Wyman. That one's low and inside. 3 balls and a strike now to Courtney Fulman. This is what's impressed me about this team is how the players from Cam and the players from Griswold just seamlessly kind of join to form a team. 3-1 pitch, big swing, foul tip. The count is full. And really, they didn't have much time at all because there's a lot of players for both that were participating in state track. Courtney Fulman, for instance, was in, I think, shot or distance. I forget where. So she was in one of the throws. Payoff pitch. That's a liner right down the left field line, but foul. And she just missed an extra base hit by Annette's eyelash.
Chris, I put that on the sport when it comes to gelling 2 teams together. I mean, sports like basketball or volleyball you might have trouble with, but when you're in the box, just you in the bat, it doesn't matter what color jersey you're wearing.
Yeah. And, I mean, the Cam players, it is a little bit of a ride to Griswold. The 3-2 pitch is high. Players like Fulman, who goes to Cam, I mean, they have to take a little bit from Anita and to Cumberland and Messina to here. It's not a small trip. Kinney will come in and run for Fulman. So 2 on, 2 out, both on walks here in the fourth. Amanda Hauser, the batter. Oh, that sun is halfway gone. Here's a little loop down the right field side. Let's back. And she makes the play. Avoids a collision with Hannah Wilson, who was coming in from right. Nice play by Reese Lee. And that retires the sign for Griswold. No runs, no hits, 2 walks, 2 left through 4. It's still 8-3 Griswold Cam. Back in a minute on KSOM.
3H Customs has everything any farmer needs to be successful, and that's not an exaggeration. We offer soil sampling, crop scouting, and spraying. We also offer precision planting products, Midwest seed genetics, and nature's fertilizers. Don't forget fertilizers and anhydrous also. 3H Customs has everything the Iowa farmer needs, and we dedicate ourselves to helping each farmer be successful. For more information on how you can build that successful operation, call 249-2429 or visit 3hcustoms.com. 3H Customs, customizing your farming resources to fit your needs.
Anita Supply Center is here for you. From the big jobs to the small tasks, we're here to help. Hi, this is Kim with a reminder of our hours, so when you need our help, we're here. Anita Supply Center is open Monday through Fridays, 7 to 5, and Saturdays, 8 until noon. We're here 6 days a week for all your building, landscaping, how-to projects, repairs, and more. We offer free in-home measurements, free estimates, and can help you put your ideas together. Anita Supply Center is open 6 days a week for all your home improvement and building needs.
Kind of my observation.
Go to the fifth. The sun is now 3/4 of the way gone. And
She got flustered.
suddenly, sight! It's like I could see for the first time.
Yeah.
And she could have.
The sun is finally gone.
No.
Sadie Gollenhorst will face the top of the Fremont Mills lineup here in the top of the 5th inning. I just took my first sip of a Powerade Zero.
How was it?
It wasn't bad. You know, when I always drink the G2, or a little bit of a delay, or Coleman was on the base pass and had to gear up. And he's back there, and Katie is done with her warm-up pitches. But I usually, in the past, during games, like to drink a Gatorade 2, G2. And I made the switch from regular Gatorade. It's such to the point that when I drink regular Gatorade now, it's like drinking a bowl of sugar.
Yeah.
Just straight.
Yep. I get that too with my soda.
Free scoop now for Fremont Mills. This is their best chance to get back in the game. 8-3, the top of the lineup here. Scoop swings and sends it up the middle. Asplin, nobody's at first. What? Whaler was playing in, and Asplin was ready to throw, but Whaler couldn't get back to the bag.
Yeah, normally Gollingers comes in to replace Daphne Whaler there. I'm not sure there might have been a miscommunication.
Yeah, well, Abby at second didn't go over, or Whaler couldn't get back. Either way, a mistake. It'll be an infield single for you. It'll bring on Lena Ali. He goes bunt, swings, bouncing ball at the second. Glove by Giles. South. The play on her knees, Abby Gallinhorst.
The control she needed there to flip it with her mitt while falling over pretty much, and in time for that out. Beautiful play by Gollingers.
That's got to be the defensive play of the night. I mean, she had to backhand that ball a little bit, fielded. She got in front of it just barely. So it was an awkward angle, but her momentum was carrying her to second. That helped. But to flip it up with her mitt, Ali runs. It's a swing and a miss. The kill. And no tag to the left side of the bag. Ali is her second stolen base of the night. It is nothing in one to Bellicu, who not having a good night. She's 0 for 2 here in game 2. 0 for 4 in game 1, all by strikeouts. 6 strikeouts. And she went way upstairs to try and climb the ladder and missed badly with it. 0-2 to Bellicu. The night to forget for Bella at the plate. Sadie Gallinhorst. Now the 0-2 popped up, out of play foul. Over the Fremont Hills dugout, it stays 0-2. Just a great play. I mean, again, her momentum carries her, and she just took the mitt and used her hand as a guide and flipped it. And Asplin was there for the easy force play. Well, not really easy, but shooting her miss for strike 3. Ali going to third, and no throw whatsoever by Coleman. Just ignored her. Strikeout number 6 for Sadie Gallinhorst. And 2 away for Sage Mitchell. Ali gets another stolen base. 8-3. Griswold still with the lead. And the mighty sun has disappeared behind the horizon. Here's a little pop-up. Headed to shallow center field. Coming on is up. Jammed. A diving stab. She kind of went sort of an awkward slide head first, and she reached down and made a basket catch right on the top of the grass. I mean, literally right on the top of the grass. Unbelievable defense by Griswold in the 5th. Wow, just after Abby Gallinhorst made a great play, and Addison Adams topped her. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 5th. 8-3 Griswold on KSOM.
What's it mean to be in good hands? It means you get an expert agent who's in it for the long haul. We'll get to know you and be there for you as your coverage needs change. I'm Craig Hummel at Hummel Insurance Services, and we work with Allstate Insurance. Let us help you choose the right amount of protection to meet your needs and see for yourself what it means to be in good hands. Call Hummel Insurance Services or stop in anytime.
Pitch to Daphne Waller. She skies it into shallow left, coming in as Billingsley to make the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out. Here in the bottom of the 5th inning, 8-3 Griswold. All the runs in this one scored in the 1st inning. We thought this might have been like a 28-23 game. But nobody scored. First pitch to Reynolds. And that's skied into deep right center. That falls in between for a hit. Reynolds scampers to second as the ball squirts into the infield for a 1-out double.
Wow, beautiful contact there by Joanna Reynolds. That kind of curves it up next to the fence over in right center, and she's in there with a stand-up double.
Right between Goot and Wilson, center and right. Reynolds the lefty towards it. So that'll bring on Carson Adams, the number 9 hitter. He got a 2-run single in the first. Raiders scored on an error. First pitch, right back to the circles. Mitchell looked to double off at second, but Reynolds able to scamper back. Nice play by Mitchell, 2 out. Back to the top of the lineup, and Marissa Asquith. First pitch, a high pop fly into right field. And so much speed for Bella Goot. She comes all the way over from center. She was tailing her towards right anyway, and she gets there to make the play, and that will retire the side. Well, the Tigers, no runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We played 5. 8-3, Griswold can. Back in a minute, KSOM.
When it comes to your investments, I know you have a choice. Hi, I'm Mark Smith, certified financial planner and registered investment advisor with Principal Financial Group. Today I want to say thank you, Southwest Iowa. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to serve the community for 39 years. Over the years, you've given me the opportunity to get to know you and your family. Thank you for your trust, your confidence, and most of all, your relationship. If I can help you with your financial plan, please give me a call at 712-243-2466. Mark Smith, Principal Financial in Atlantic.
Did you know that Mexican food is considered to be healthy?
What? How do you figure?
Almost every dish has vegetables. Salsa, all vegetables. Guacamole, avocados, and corn tortillas. They're naturally gluten-free.
Okay, I get it. Tacos, lettuce and tomato. So Rancho Grande for dinner?
Race it to the car.
Add more vegetables to your diet at Rancho Grande in Atlantic, and then you can indulge in a guilt-free margarita, imported beer, or dessert. Choose a healthier option at Rancho Grande. Open 7 days a week.
Ellen Billingsley will lead things off for Fremont Mills in the top of the 6th inning. First pitch from Sadie Gallinhorst, way high for ball 1. 8-3, Griswold Cam ahead of Fremont Mill. A win for the Tigers, and they have a perfect conference season. 1-0. Swing and a slow bouncer hit to short. Asplin charges to players right to first. The retired Billingsley is one on way. That'll bring on Kinley Blackburn, who got retired for the first time tonight in a doubleheader. Last time up, Sadie Gallinhorst struck her out. Comes up at least with the bases empty right now. We'll not see the sun until tomorrow. I got a mention of there's a swing of this by Blackburn. Nothing in 1 to Kinley, the 9th third baseman. Just what an achievement here by Jody Russell and this Griswold can team. The 0-1. That's a little looper into the short. Iceberg comes in. Makes easy work of that one. Big out there. 2 outs down for Fichter. Fremont Mills, they're going to make some noise in the softball playoffs. This Tiger team, Sadie Gallinhorst, she's only allowed 2 hits since the first inning. Fremont Mills has 3 runs on 5 hits. First pitch, he's tackled off the straight ball. Victor has one of those hits, a leadoff single to fourth, but she was thrown out trying to steal second. Scoop got an infield single in the 5th, but she was forced out at second. Now Lee was able to steal her way over the 3rd, but no score. Ranging over is Carson Adams. She'll glove it. Throw it to second. Hold Victor to a 2-out single. But she's 2 for 3. 6th hit of the game for Fremont Mills. Really, I mean, since that first inning, Jack, you haven't seen either team do much in terms of at the plate.
Yeah, it's been really quiet. I mean, like you said, we went into this after the first inning expecting a slugfest tonight here in Griswold for game 2, but nothing much.
Here's Smith, and she swings at the first pitch and fouls it back to the screen, up and 1. Smith 0 for 2. She's popped it short, struck out looking. Sadie Gallinhorst has gone the whole way here in game 2. Riley Whalers pitch got the win in game one. 6-5. The 0-1 changeup. And the knee buckle for Smith. That's a strike call. Nothing in two to Lindsey Smith, who's popped it short, struck out looking. Victor, a 2-out hit. The top of the line, going to get a chance to hit again. The 0-2's popped up, heading right towards me. Hit by the fence, and the fence tried to hold on and could not. Literally right in front of him, separated by a chain link fence to the right of home plate, just south of the Fremont Mills dugout. That was like right on the fence line. Coleman made a great effort once again. She had a diving attempt for a catch off a bunt in the first inning, couldn't make the play. And 0-2, a swing to the miss for strike three on the runs here. And Sadie Gollenhorst simply goes down and mows down Smith, and that retires the side. Her seventh strikeout. No runs, one hit, one left. Bottom of the sixth we go. 8-3, Griswold can with the lead. That could have been it on KSOM.
Got a leak? A clog? Or maybe it's time for a brand new bathroom. Furnace or AC needs some attention? Or are you interested in floor heating? Call Fikes Plumbing and Services. Your trusted local experts in so many areas is now serving the Greenfield and Atlantic areas. From quick fixes to major renovations, Fikes Plumbing and Services has you covered with fast, friendly, and reliable service. With 30 years of service, Fikes licensed professionals tackle every job with care, ensuring your home stays comfortable and safe. Don't wait. Call Fikes Plumbing and Services today for your HVAC, plumbing, sewer, and septic needs.
Are you ready to be part of something bigger? I'm Myron Stein, president of Stein Seed Company. We're seeking exceptional individuals like you to join our team as independent sales representatives. If you're passionate about agriculture, ready to make a difference, and want unlimited earning potential, join the Stein team as an ISR. To learn more about open positions near you, contact your local Stein RSA, Darren Petty, at area code 712-249-5884.
Head to the bottom of the sixth. All the runs here in the first. 8-3. First pitch, ground ball hit by Gollenhorst and fumbled at third by Blackburn. He's been great at the plate, but made a couple of mistakes at third base. And for Fremont Mills, that's their fourth error of the game. Game two. Abby Gollenhorst is aboard. We'll bring on Riley Whaler. First pitch is high for ball one. We heard a lot of pop in between innings, and somebody getting an early firework off before the fourth. Turns up at the end of the bat, a squibber to the circle. Throwing to second is Mitchell. Reaching across is Ali for the tag, and she tried to tag. She didn't step on the base. All hands are safe. Although the head coach, Kyle Victor, wants time. He's not going to argue with the umpire. He comes out to talk. Well, he went halfway to the circle. And now a little conference with the Fremont Mills infield. Well, that's going to be a fielder's choice. It won't be a hit for Whaler. But an error fielder's choice. And 2-1 for the Tigers, leading by 5 and looking for some insurance here. In the sixth inning, we'll bring on Addison Adam.
I was convinced that Allie was on the bag. Her left foot looked elevated. She was kind of on the left side, of course, as shortstop. But
well, she didn't need a tag. She swiped as if she needed a tag, and I think that prevented from her feet from finding the bag. She did not need the tag. It just step on the bag, and of course. So it's a tough spot for Ali that time. Head short, and Double-A stands in. First pitch is way up high from Mitchell. Addison Adams with a 3-run bomb in game one. Well, that was the difference pretty much in the ball game. He made a great catch here in game two. The 1-0. Riser is up high. Oh, throw the strike. 1-1 now to Adams.
Yeah, right on the edge there. Beautiful pitch there by Billingsley. Or Mitchell, sorry.
1-1 to Addison Adams. Nobody out. Runners at first and second. Swing, and there's a fly ball into left. Coming on, and misjudging it as Billingsley gets fire, all the way to the wall. Good is out there to back it up, but coming around from second is Abby Horse, and it's 9-3 Griswold.
Finally breaking the drought here in game two. Very active first inning, but it was scoreless for 5 complete. We're on the bottom of the 6th. We finally put another on the board.
Well, I got to give her a single on that one. Stopping at second is Whaler. It did not, the mistake did not hit her mid, and it did not allow really a forced run. Boy, a long drive by Coleman, and it's foul on the left field side. That might be in the parking lot.
I saw it land on a hood.
It hit right on the hood?
Yeah, it landed on a hood of, looks like a gray passenger vehicle, maybe.
Well, it's not a hailstorm. It's a softball. The 0-1 is up high, but it looks like a hailstorm.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I was in a hailstorm somewhere in Oklahoma. It's covered by insurance. Sure. 1-1 the counts of Coleman. The pitch off speed and good eye by Courtney that time. 2 balls and a strike. Well, she could straighten that one out. Wow.
Yeah.
What a shot foul.
Yeah, a lot of power. She definitely has that power.
2-1 to Fullman. Swing and a mile-high pop-up. First base side. Right down the line. And Mitchell called for it instead of the first baseman, Victor. She makes the catch. And that's the second out of the inning. Fullman nearly had her 5th home run of the year. Pops out. 2 out. Still 2 on. And here's Amanda Hauser. And a changeup is in there for a call strike for Mitchell. In the top of the 7th. 2 up for Fremont Mills. 9-1-2. Hannah Wilson, Reese Coot, and Lena Ali. The deficit is now 6. The 0-1 off the fists and fouled for the Knights on deck circle. And it's 0-2 to Hauser. It was walked, scored, lined into a double play, popped out, 0 for 2. He went 0 for 4 in game 1, reached on an error. 0-2 pitch, little pop to third. Blackburn is there, makes the catch. Actually, that's the second. Is that the third out of the inning? Oh, that's right. The fielder's choice was not an out. So 2 outs now. And that'll bring on Daphne Whaler. First pitch to Daphne, change up in there for a called strike. The forced play hit by Eiley Whaler. They tried to get the out at second, could not. The 0-1, that's popped up, foul ground, third base side. Blackburn easily a one-handed catch, and the side is retired, but the Tigers get a little breathing room insurance run. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, 2 left. Last call for the ninth. Fasten your seatbelts for Griswold Can. We go to the 7th. 9-3 Tigers. Back in a minute on KSOM.
Cass Health in Atlantic, Iowa is a nationally recognized hospital, and we are proud of the awards and all of our recent accomplishments. But do you know what drives us to be the very best? You. We're passionate about helping our patients heal and feel their very best at any age and any stage of life. Cass Health, neighbors caring for neighbors.
Newman Body Shop in Lyman is your only stop for total auto body repair. Newman handles everything from glass replacement, paint and wheel alignment, to complete auto restoration. For information on all the services Newman Body Shop offers, give them a call at 712-778-4428 or stop by Newman Body Shop on Tucson Road in Lyman. Newman Body Shop is a proud supporter of Griswold Tigers sports.
So to the 7th we go. City Collinhorst trying to finish it, and Griswold Can trying to finish an undefeated conference season. First pitch to Hannah Wilson, low for ball 1. The sun has disappeared, and sunset is in store here in Griswold. And after winning game 1, 6-5, trying to complete the sweep. Wilson swings, chops it foul, 1-1. Wilson, the 9-hitter, has popped out and struck out. What a job by Jody Russell and this corner conference championship team. The 1-1. Ching! Number is for strike two. Rescoot, Lena Alley will get their chance. The dangerous hitters at the top of the lineup, but a 9-3 Griswold lead. They need to pretty much bat around. The 1-2, Reiser and bending out of the way. Wilson, that's out of the zone. 2-2 the count to Wilson. Horst, after allowing 3 hits in the first, has allowed just 3 hits the rest of the game. Up and foul back over the head of everybody. It stays at 2-2. The Knights used 2 errors by Griswold. Rescoot reached on an error, a bunt hit by Lena Ali, a strikeout by Balaguda in that first inning. A bloop base hit by Sage Mitchell. Swing, chopper, foul. Wilson stays alive. A fielder's choice hit by Billingsley. Bases loaded. And then Kinley Blackburn cleaned them off with a double. Went to third on another error. And then Gallenhorst got Victor to ground out. That ended the threat. 2-2. Sheets missing inside. Close pitch. Down is full to Hannah Wilson. Since then, Rescoot got a 2-out single in the second, a 1-out walk by Mitchell in the third, a leadoff single by Victor in the fourth, but she was thrown out stealing. Wilson, a late swing, but chopped it foul, and it stays 3-2. A leadoff infield single by Rescoot in the fifth, but they got a forced play after that, then a strikeout, and what a spectacular diving catch by Addison Adams in center. That was, of course, after the great play by Abby Gallenhorst at second. Rolling to third. Wilson gets a leadoff walk. Good at bat there by Wilson to foul off some tough pitches and earn that walk. That's just the second bases on ball. And that's really the most important thing for Sadie Gallenhorst. She is only 2 walks. And that one was a good one by Wilson to earn that. First pitch to Groot is up high for ball 1.
It's very impressive. I mean, Sadie Gollinger is still very early into her softball career, and to show control like that in the circle, especially behind Ailey Weiler, it's great to see, and she'll definitely do great things.
Rescoot is 2 for 3. The 1-0. Popped up, and back. That's going to get over the fence. Just to our right, between myself and Fremont dugout, out of play, and it's 1-1 to 2. Rescoot reached on an error in that first inning, then a couple of hits. And a punt hit, scored twice with a walk in game number 1, a 6-5 Tigers win. Wilson on at first, nobody out, top of the 7th. 1-1, popped up towards second. Asplin comes in right in front of the bag, between the bag and the circle, and makes the catch for out number 1. And that'll bring on Ali. Ali is 1 for 3. The punt hit. They scored one of the 3 runs for the Knights.
And if you want to start a rally, Chris, you've got the person you want up to bat.
First pitch, and that one's low, just out of the zone by Gallenhorst. 1 ball to no strikes to Ali. Very dangerous hitter. 662 coming in. She went 1 for 3 in game 1, 1 for 3 here in game 2. The 1-0. She looks to bunt. She misses it. Ball squirts away. Down to second goes Wilson. Wild pitch. And it was difficult for Coleman to haul that in with the bat right in her way. But I think I'd take the strike on Ali. The runner at second doesn't mean much. 1-1. Here's a punt. Back to the circle. Gotta hurry. Throw my runners, and Ali beats it out. That's her second hit of game number 2. Both on bunt hits. Wilson down to third. Runners on the corners, run away for Balaguer. The potential tying run is still somewhere in the dugout. That's where Griswold wants it to stay. But Balaguer has had a tough night. She has struck out every at bat. And she takes a strike, and Ali is given second base, and that's literally catcher's indifferent. Hold on. The official score for Fremont Mills, I'm sure, will give her a stolen base.
I mean, how many did she have? 62
I lost
coming in? Yeah, you lost count. I mean,
65, 66, 67, whatever. She has 3 in game 2. She had 1 in game 1. So she has 4 tonight. If my math is correct, she has 65 now.
I wonder what the record is. I mean, that's got to be up there.
That will take me a long time to look that one up. A lot of research will have to be figured out on that one. 0-1 to count to Bella Goot. Runners at second and third. 1 out. First base open. Here's a bunt. And it's fouled right in the batter's box. Ballman immediately pounces, and it's 0-2 to Bella Goot. 9-3. Griswold with the lead. 2 on, 1 out. In the top of the 7th. Griswold trying to go undefeated in conference play. They beat Fremont Mills last week 11-3. They beat them earlier tonight 6-5. The 0-2. Now got 3. Fouled it back to the screen. Sage Mitchell would be next. Adeline Billingsley to potentially follow. Fremont Mills pretty much needs to bat around here in the 7th to rally from a 6-run deficit. The 0-2 from Gollenhorst. Fouled back to the screen again. And Bella Goot, her best at bat of the night by far, stays alive. Wilson got a walk, a pop out by Reescoot, a bunt hit by Ali. Now it's second. Still 0-2. Sadie the pitch. Popped up, foul ground, third base side. Could be playable. Single. Catches Hauser. And there's 2 gone. Here's Sage Mitchell now for the Knights. As well as another game tomorrow. They'll play Lennox. A non-conference game, but this is their final conference matchup. There's pressure. They dropped it. That score 2. Wilson and Ali both in. It's a 2-out, 2-run base hit by Mitchell. Dolly is seeking somewhere. It's 9-5. Mitchell gets to second on the throw home. So Mitchell with a 2-run base hit keeps Fremont Mills' hopes alive. She has 3 RBIs on the night, now 25 for the season. And here's Billingsley with 2 outs. First pitch is low for ball 1. The potential tying run is on deck. Still in the dugout. Billingsley is 0 for 3. Reached on 2 fielders' choices. Griswold goes undefeated in corner conference play as they defeat Fremont Mills, sweeping the doubleheader, winning 6-5 and then 9-5 in the nightcap. For the 7th inning for the Knights, 2 runs on 2 hits, and they leave 1. And it's 9-5. Griswold Cam with a win. And we're back in 2 minutes to wrap this one up here on KSOM.
Who can you trust to treat you fair and get you back on the road? J.D. Wyman Service on Main Street in Griswold. Big repairs or general maintenance. Trust J.D. Wyman Service to get you on the road fairly. You're a certified auto do-it-yourselfer. You like the smell of grease, and that's why when it comes to parts, you buy them at Wyman's Car Quest on Main Street in Griswold. Because you care about what you put in your vehicles. Trust the tires, parts, and tools from Wyman's Car Quest in Griswold.
Messina Telephone Company understands that your internet connection should be available when you need it. Some internet providers cut corners by limiting your bandwidth during peak hours. Messina Telephone's policy is to have bandwidth in reserve to prevent network congestion. Gaming and streaming video just works better with Messina Telephone. Fast, reliable home internet service. Call 712-779-2227 today or go to messinatelephone.com. Messina Telephone Company is proud to support CAM Athletics.
Make sure you're getting the best coverage for you at the most competitive rate. Hi, this is Nick Carnes with Brocker Carnes & Carnes. We are an independent insurance agency that offers coverage for your home, auto, life, farm, and everything in between. But mostly we are here to help. As an independent agency, we can shop around for the best rates and coverages from multiple companies. Stop by one of our offices or go to brockercarnes.com for a quote on your insurance. Let Brocker Carnes & Carnes help you get the best coverage at a competitive rate.
3H Customs has everything any farmer needs to be successful, and that's not an exaggeration. We offer soil sampling, crop scouting, and spraying. We also offer precision planting products, Midwest seed genetics, and nature's fertilizers. Don't forget fertilizers and anhydrous also. 3H Customs has everything the Iowa farmer needs, and we dedicate ourselves to helping each farmer be successful. For more information on how you can build that successful operation, call 249-2429 or visit 3hcustoms.com. 3H Customs, customizing your farming resources to fit your needs.
Wrap this one up, and a big doubleheader sweep for Griswold. They go to 23-4 on the season. Perfect record in corner conference play. Fremont Mills falls to 15-9. And Dolly is singing 9-5. The final score. Griswold can with the win, Jack. And they do it really impressive fashion. They had to come from behind both times in both games after giving up a 3 spot in the first.
Yeah, and it was a pleasure to watch this Griswold Cam Tigers team work to cap off an excellent season. Like you said, undefeated in the conference, and amazing job from this team, especially that defense. You know, you had that fourth inning, I believe, where it was just a defensive highlight reel for those Griswold Cam Tigers in game 2. And I mean, game 1, great pitching from Ely Whaler. And game 2, Sadie Gollingers. They did great against this Fremont Mills Knights team, which scrapped what they could. They were aggressive on the base pass. It was great to see that as well, to watch that team work.
The line totals in the ball game of game number 2 for Fremont Mills: 5 runs, 8 hits, 4 errors. They leave 5. For Griswold Cam, 9 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors. They leave 7. Sadie Gollenhorst, the winner, goes to 9-1. Sage Mitchell, the loss, at 10-5. Time of the game is 1 hour and 33 minutes. Griswold now perfect in corner conference, 23-4 overall. They'll take on Lennox tomorrow night. It's our last regular season softball games of the season. Tomorrow night will be our last regular season baseball broadcast of the season, and we've got a dandy for you. We go to Harlan, and it's the Harlan Cyclones battling the top-ranked team for now in 2A, the Eagles of Underwood. What a showdown this will be. And according to head coach Andy Van Fossen, who told me today he's expected to throw his ace Garrett Lutt against the Cyclones. We'll see who Harlan answers with. They got a couple of options, maybe one of their young Gavins, Gavin Eck or Gavin Sisson. We'll see what happens. Tomorrow night, 7 o'clock for the first pitch. All the action right here on KSOM. That's going to wrap up our coverage here tonight. Want to thank Bill Salut for his help tonight. Want to thank Michael Sheriff for his help back in the studios. For my partner, Jack McKee, this is Chris Varney signing off from Griswold High School, reminding you the final scores here tonight. It's a doubleheader sweep for the Tigers of Griswold Cam. They win it 6-5, and then they win the nightcap 9-5. Good night, everybody, from Griswold, Iowa, here on